music. There's just, I think it's just my anxiety and my paranoia that's really bad, especially when it's dark. There have been some times where like I'll go out and have to put up the chickens and it'll be pitch black and I'll get like halfway out there and I'm like, nope, I've got to go back.
That's fair. Talking about darkness. Hey, child. Yeah, no, you. Okay, that works. Good. That's.
Hello, Brandy.
She said hello, Brandy.
Oh, for some odd reason I didn't hear her. Hello.
Yeah.
No one's talking.
I can hear you.
I heard Jay through your mic.
Yeah, she's standing right next to me.
I also found out that this side no longer works.
Huh?
She's talking to me. One side of her headset doesn't work. I can hear myself still.
I
know. I'm sorry.
Well, it's either that or have noise suppression turned back on, and we know how well that goes.
She was. Give me your phone, please. She's using a different headset. Am I not allowed to fiddle with the settings? I have you muted server-wide anyways.
There's dark. That's 5.
Okay, let me
Ennard can't be here tonight. I leave Zeka and Kel.
Do you have your yourself muted on that? No, you don't.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Voice settings.
I couldn't find the mic of my other headphone, so I had to use the other headset. I'll look for that later.
Try talking again.
Hello?
Say.
Hello?
I'm just trying to.
Just a little laggy.
Fair.
Just a little laggy.
I'm just trying to see where the voice is landing.
Oh no, her mic's cutting out again.
Oh no, what?
Not you.
Oh.
Brandy.
They're saying.
Yes, badly. Jesus.
I'm going to keep mine on mute just to be able to hear you guys.
Fair.
Okay. Jay will just have to talk for you because
that's what she was
I could barely understood what you just said.
Yeah, I could hear her through my side, and I was like, "Oh, that's a problem." I only heard half of what she said. I should take the trash out of my popcorn bowl.
Let me just.
I forgot that's what we fucking drew.
I am experiencing currently some pain. So like, ow.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So there's that.
Well, there's Jay. Zeka.
Bitch.
Load in, please.
Thank you for blinding me.
No problem, Bob.
We will go ahead and get started. I'm sure Zeka was taking a nap. That or she's sick or something.
AKA almost me. Yeah, fair. Randy has found her other headset.
No, I found the mic part of
It's still cutting out.
She's changing it over right now.
Oh, I should probably change over to voice
One
mod.
bit.
I'm about to be very loud.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Brain cell's changing over to voice mod. So she can do the voices.
I feel like I'll be breaking up with this one because the settings.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a little jittery, but we'll have to see.
Child, what did you do to my foot? Sorry.
Look, she sounds better.
Okay.
Yeah, for now.
Uh-oh.
Again,
I got flashbanged by my screen. Girl, I'm just eating pizza and dying. Girl dinner.
Girl.
Yes, you
Girl dinner! It's the actual dinner and also the pain.
I see you move the trash.
Nuh-uh.
Don't just put it there. That's why
Uh,
I put it in a bowl so we wouldn't forget about it.
do I sound alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far? Oh yeah, hey look, it's all the Amugas.
Yeah, I switched over to that and just laughed. I forgot that was there.
Can I just say, Jazz, all I remembered just now was the shenaniganery from earlier today between us.
Oh, you mean I hit the wrong button? I just watched you make Arbiter deep throat a mortar?
Listen, man, it was a mistake.
Or was
I heard something about deep throating.
Don't worry about it. Non-traditional deep throating,
We were playing Halo, and we had to use a Banshee to get over to an area, and I got out of mine, and I was standing in the doorway waiting for Jay, and she was kind of landing a little too close. I'm like, you need to get out of it, Jay. My screen went green, and then I was dead, because she hit me with a fucking mortar instead of getting out of the Banshee.
Damn, Jay really said, you like green?
I was angry for half a second, and then I started laughing because the first thing out of my mouth was when you just made the Arbiter deep throat a mortar, and we were losing our shit. He just fucking swallowed that shit and died.
Such is the way of the Spartan.
Oh yeah.
Arbiter's not a Spartan.
Shh. It's okay. Shh.
It's so funny. We were like crying of laughter for like 10 minutes afterwards.
Today.
Hey, excuse me. Why do you keep sneaking into my room? Take a wild guess who I'm talking to. Hey,
Because he wants
Yes.
to say hi.
yes, you.
Daddy.
It's a little bit, of course she is.
Guys, none of
It's
ours
like
are in.
loop. It's literally just a looped
She's
audio of a cat meowing.
She's literally standing in front of me, face to face with me, meowing at me. Yeah, you are. Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Will you turn down the volume on your cat?
Just turned her head away. Didn't you? I picked her up. Now she stopped meowing.
Yes, good. Attention. I can't.
She just settles in.
She's going out.
Fucking Christ.
And she's out.
Goal achieved. Goodbye.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. When we last left off.
Child, fire. Child, I'm not letting you continue.
Alright,
that way.
Vanos, let's get this.
Oh, actually, let me get shit set up in the stream.
As per usual, I will not be watching stream because that shit will kill me.
That's fine. I'm just setting it up for anyone
There is
who
no
wants.
stream, you know.
I know. I'm setting it for anyone who wants to, like, the immersion.
I like having the music in the back of the video.
My immersion. Why don't you go immerse yourself in the shower?
It never ends. The shower or the immersion?
Entered
You
for
know.
this.
Context?
Hang on.
Not allowed.
What the fuck was that, child?
He sent me this, so you can thank him for that.
Not you, child.
I will watch stream briefly.
Oh, hello.
Oh, this video in general?
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of random shit that your friends send you. Not your friends, but like, you know.
Yeah.
So like a friend of mine, sometimes she falls asleep listening to ASMR audios and shit on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most common video that she falls asleep to are zombie noises.
There. Something for everyone, I guess?
For a short while,
I don't know
fell
how she
asleep
does
in-
it, but that shit would not happen for me.
For a short while, I was falling asleep to Jurassic Park ASMR.
You know, the dinosaurs are just out there, roaming. It's fine.
People,
Not too unlike this.
y'all people who listen to anything while you try to sleep are freaks. I just want you to know.
It keeps
I mean, I used to
my
listen
feet
to
so
like
my
sleep audio.
subconscious can fall asleep.
Every so often, I fall asleep watching anime. Recently, it's been Free Run.
It used to be Kitchen Nightmares.
Sometimes I fall asleep playing Warframe.
Just the dulcet tones of fucking.
It's fucking
But more
raw!
Where is the land source?
That's Hell's Kitchen, but still, yeah, just it's rotten.
Oh wow. Yeah. Fucking.
This is what I got given at the fucking pause. Shit.
I hate this guy again.
Okay, anyway, alright. Settle down, everybody. So when we last left off, you all had a run-in with the deity of hunger, or deity of gluttony, Deimos. And he had warned you to get your asses out of the as fast as you fucking could.
Bro said, "Get out of my swamp."
Yeah, real, just get out of my swamp. And
I fuck with that.
you literally, within like the next few hours, figured out why. Because you all came upon the Fell. Or, well, the Fell came upon you, let's be honest. And you discovered that the Fell were a paleofolk species that had something done to them. And they were all worshipping a abomination that had then, when you had all been captured, tried to claim you. Keyword being tried, because... fuck, who did it? I'm trying to remember.
Oh God.
Someone fucked up.
No. Oh God, why am I forgetting this now?
What are you trying to remember?
Somebody succeeded in a throw against the abomination and fucking saved all of your asses in the process. And I cannot for the life of me think of what it was.
I succeeded in a sleight of hand, and so that part wasn't me.
I freed a spirit and got the attention off of
Oh,
us.
that's what it was. It was the spirit.
Yeah, the spirit was what
Yeah.
helped everything.
And once you were all three, you all noticed a staff that was in this abomination's chest. And you all tried to grab it with very little success. And it was Attica, the smallest of you, that managed to get by and grab the staff, pulling it out, defeating the abomination as it fell to its death in the pit. And not but a few moments after, you saw a soul appear behind Attica, only to find that it was one of the legendary champions from a time long past, Thentos Ingens.
How do you spell his name again? I don't remember.
Thentos.
I'm gonna need you to slow down.
Thentos.
Okay, thank you. I forgot to write that down.
And he was very, very confused. Honestly, you all ended up confused because of the whole situation. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry. Sorry.
What did you do to us that you have to go, oh no?
It's not you. My buddy Cactus started messaging me about Monster Hunter Iceborne. He's about to meet the face.
Oh god.
It's his first time playing through, by the way, so he has no idea. He said, I saw the cutscene. If I'm correct, I just saw a mountain range collapse.
Fun times.
So he said,
just normal stuff.
And if I'm correct, that was done by a dragon. So question, how in the fuck am I supposed to fight something that can do that? I'm just gonna send that smile. Anyway. Excuse me. Sorry, that was just really funny to me.
Oh yeah, my gun got an upgrade.
You tried to figure out what may have happened, considering they were all these champions are supposed to be dead, and you quickly find out that Thentos is dead. It's just his soul. He can't grab anything. And although he seems to remember what happened, or up until before he was ended up in the abomination, he can't. There was a force at bay keeping him from speaking about the experience or of what he fought, and it angered him very deeply. But someone needed to take the staff, and it was Ursula who took the staff, and the staff then combined with Ursula's harpoon gun, and now Thentos is connected to Ursula. And you finally all begin to make your way, or try to make your way, out of the marshlands.
How come every fucking session I'm in with you guys, something of mine so far has gotten cursed or possessed?
I wouldn't call it possession. And I wouldn't call it a curse either.
Well, my fucking Lear in Sega's campaign got lycanthropy, so...
You assume it was lycanthropy.
Oh yeah, that's just what we've called it so far. It's been ages.
I remember that. Oh shit. Anyway.
So someone
as you continue to...
Someone became an involuntary furry.
Yeah, literally my instrument. It's not even me.
As you all continue to make your way out of the marshlands, you had more of a conversation with Ventus, trying to figure out what was going on and how he ended up over there in the first place. And it was likely that adventurers had somehow found where his weapon was, which would have been in a temple long since forgotten by time, by adventurers, who then tried to come back to Frontier's Port and thus died to the Fell, in which they then used the staff to bring about the abomination. Or at least that's your running theory, anyway.
Mhm.
And you continued on, and then you came across a older and scarred iguanodon that had its leg trapped under a log, and it was very hostile and terrified.
Just like most herbivores.
She thought that you were just going to try and take her away to have something done to her. Obviously, she's had encounter with people before. And you all managed to calm her down, or at least Blake did. He sang to her and held her face, and she relaxed, and it allowed you all to remove the log, to which she then bolted. But before she bolted off out of vision, she turned around and stared back at Blake before leaving. And that is where we are now. So, one moment as I let you all come over. Oh, let me
Not now, so
pause. There we go. You had been traveling for some time, though between you meeting Deimos and the Fell, you have been unsure of how much time has passed. You're still trying to make your way out of the marshlands, but you have some of an idea that you're near the outer edge. What do you decide to do first? Let's start with Blake.
Oh, shit.
Blake, you've been traveling with the group for some time, listening to them talk, helping in the Guanodon, and you've all realized that maybe you're towards the outer edge now. But you can tell it's day, but you have no idea how much time has passed by. Except maybe by the fact that your stomach is growling. In fact, all of your stomachs are growling.
We should take a break to eat.
You say this to your party?
Yes.
And what does the party respond to that?
I agree. That was an experience to go through.
Jason agrees as well.
Okay.
Ursula just shrugs.
Attica whines as she puts her hands over her stomach. She goes, please. And you all decide to take a break. All over here, just off to the side of the path.
Sorry, that's always going to be funny. I don't know why.
Wait, are we doing a short rest or a long rest?
This would be a short rest.
Is anyone injured or down hit points?
Why don't you all check your... Each of you check your own pages and find out.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I look fine.
So... Sweet.
Then that would be a no. You all sit down.
And...
No, well, in that case, none of my stuff needs to be
Nope,
changed, so
only
I'm just
long
not going to click
rest.
short rest for now.
What'd you say to what?
Oh, I was talking to myself, and I also had my push to talk. I was just figuring out if inspiration was like stuff that comes back at a long rest or a short rest. It's a long rest.
So as you all sat down and kind of gathered around to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, you aren't sure.
A
You would
lunner?
hear
Yeah.
you hear the sounds of different echoing calls far, far in the distance. Compared to
Oh, jeez.
the very little you had heard before when you were near the realm of the fell, the edge is quite lively. And I will let you all kind of RP and talk about what your plan ahead is going to look like, considering you've still got to find your way to Shattered Frill.
The silence. It's been a while, to be fair. Let's see. Where is... No. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to find the map again, because I don't remember where we
Oh,
left
here
that.
you go. You want the continental map?
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna be like, oh, I don't know if we sent it somewhere in DnDinosaurs. So I was looking for
Oh,
that.
I've sent like a unlabeled version. I probably should send the labeled version
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
now that
Just for
y'all
the sake
actually
of...
know about it.
Yeah. And like my snipping tool that doesn't exactly work very well when I want to zoom in on something, you know?
Mm-hmm. One moment, and I'll do that. Here you go.
Ooh, lag, we love to see it. There we go. Hooray!
Hooray! So, since you're already looking at that, why don't we start with Ursula?
Oh, she's not gonna do much. She's just gonna find like either a relatively decent sized tree or some kind of stump or log on the ground and then just lean back against it and just tilt her hat down over her face as she just relaxes. Seemingly.
Would anyone else like to start the conversation?
Jason will ask, Fentos, where did Fentos say he was from again?
Do you want to ask Athенtos? He could appear if you ask for him.
Sure. Jason will ask Fentos that question.
Athentos suddenly appears next to you, and he goes, I'm from apparently a place that doesn't exist anymore, but it was near Seth's Rest.
So you and Yosef's Rest. Then it's unlikely that Seth's Rest was the location of your burial site.
It's most likely. I did care for those people quite a lot.
Oh, there we
What
go.
of your other legendary warrior friends? Where were they from?
Oh boy. There were quite a lot of us. Is there anyone in particular you want to ask about?
Just first one that comes to your mind.
Well, I suppose that there's the twins, Arpeggio and Dulcissimo. They're from Loxodon up north, where they were
dear.
anyway. And that kind of very much makes Attica perk up. She looks over and she says, Lax Springs is where our chosen is. And as for the others, well, there's Tarka, but, you know, I don't know if she ever said where she was from. She wandered around for quite a long time before I met her.
I see. Well, then those twins would likely be buried there. And if they have suffered a similar fate as to you, then perhaps their weaponry would be buried with them.
Jazz, how many
It's-
fucking cults did you invent for this?
What a really strange question.
Listen, we did in the last session fight a cult, technically.
That's a lot of sass
Or what
coming
you
from
think
somebody.
was a cult.
There's a lot of sass coming from somebody who helped me design the most abominable thing ever.
I mean, that's also
Yeah,
really.
But we also killed it in one session, so.
That's also really It's also like a real stretch for thoughts.
Listen, we fought a cult last time, and and fucking, what's his beak, or whatever the fuck. I'm never gonna be able to remember his name without looking at it for a while, I'm sorry.
Santos.
Santos,
Here, do you
yeah.
want me to type it in chat?
No, it's fine. I'm just dumb. We had a cult that had him imprisoned. How many other cults have the other warriors imprisoned? Your laughter tells me all I need to know.
I'm not laughing at you. Keck just messaged me only saying, oh, you. And I'm like, oh god, what is he about to say to me? Anyway, Santos thinks for a minute and he's like, there's Kanisa. She would have been from the Trader's Void.
Trader's Void.
Call it different names when he was young.
Though we are heading.
That's Trader's Void.
Oh wait, you said Shattered Frill was home to Manyhorn, right?
I believe so.
Then it might be Shattered Frill might have Bastile's weapon. Bastille was a tribe of Tricera. He was a Manyhorn.
And perhaps his spirit rests there now.
It's likely, but I highly doubt they keep it in town.
It's just part of the water fountain at the center of the town.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Imagine.
From what I have observed of your culture, you bury your warriors with their equipment. So wherever he may be buried is likely where his weapon and his spirit rests.
Santos kind of sighed deeply. I wish I could be of more help. There's so much I do and don't remember. Attica kind of pipes up after a moment and she goes,
Oh no. No, not you. Get off here. Not you, sorry. I'm talking to the cat.
Attica was about to be like, rude. Anyway. Is it possible that maybe the more that we find, the more he'll remember?
Perhaps.
It's possible.
That would be a good place to start, I suppose. They might have memories that I don't.
They meet each other and they just start punching each other and greeting. They're just titans.
Do you
They're
say that?
just titans.
Do you
No, I'm
say
not saying that. The
Then those
warrior
kinda-
ghosts are literally just titans from Destiny.
Ventus just kind of chuckles to himself and he says, I bet if we do find Bestial, he'll probably toss me up and then throw me on the ground.
Hmm.
And then help me up and then hug me, because that's just a Tricera for you. If he can even hug me like this, I don't know.
From under her hat,
Sorry.
Ursula just goes, well, if he's anything like you, there's a good chance that the only things you could be able to touch are others like you.
Whew.
So it's not too far out of left field, so to speak.
Attica throws her hands up and goes, "Yay, hugs!" That gets a laugh out of Thentos, and he's like, a hug at least will be nice. Can't really do much else. Hosei then kind of speaks up and he goes, could be good for spying. And then this just kind of slowly looks over and goes, I don't know about that. That's not really my thing.
Not like anyone else can see you.
Well, no, but...
Can I help you?
Well, to be fair, we don't
And
know
Opal,
just
okay.
who can see them and who cannot.
That's true.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Oh no, hold on. Jesus.
Jesus, okay, hello. It's like, oh no,
Sorry,
he dies from
it's
coughing.
like when it's really dry and your throat suddenly catches on itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. It's
Yeah,
like 16% humidity in here.
Jesus.
Jason,
But
thanks
also-
for a moment. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I swear to God.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead!
You go ahead!
Sega
Alright,
was in
fine.
character, Jazz, you speak.
Alright, fine.
No.
I'll go. Jason thanks for a moment and stands up from the rest and takes a few steps from the rest of the group. Let me see if I can do something here.
Ventus is suddenly worried.
Everybody,
And he looks at you and goes, what are you planning?
Don't think too hard about it. Give him a minute.
Jason takes out the grimoire from his bag and begins to flip through it. I may be able to bring up someone who is in a similar condition as to you, Fentos.
For what purpose exactly?
Oh boy.
To give us a lay of the spiritual land.
And you think this is a good idea? Why?
Because I can control this ritual.
I thought you were about to say, because I can control Ventus. He's been like, whoa, wait a minute.
Hey, hold on, Smart.
Jason is going to attempt to summon the spirit that has been around him his entire life.
Oh.
God.
One moment, apologies.
And in what way are you trying to summon this spirit?
Damn you, fucking phone.
Besides using your grimoire, like...
Yeah. He will take a patch of salt from his bag and draw a circle in the in a fairly flat spot of land near them, along with taking a few bones from his finger, like he just pops them off and sets them in the middle.
What are you doing over there?
And he
There's a baby
begins.
trying to crawl into my bedroom.
And he begins to speak in what languages do I know?
And he speaks in tongues.
He starts to speak in Abyssal, as if he is like conjuring the spirit forward.
Okay.
Merciless sighs, gets up, and steps an extra few feet away.
Keep in mind, this is entirely just me pulling this out of my ass.
That's perfectly
Real.
fine. That's perfectly fine.
Everybody step back. This is going to be annoyingly bright. Briefly.
I just grab Attica and just walk behind the big fluff ball.
How many fucking times has he done this on the boat?
Nick
never know.
does indeed inflate her neck.
Well,
So that way you can hide.
well, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if you can see him.
Hello?
But you're thinking that I can.
Perhaps you are a spirit as well. And besides
I don't know
that,
what kind of spirit I am. I'll be honest with you. But I suppose I can give it a try, but I'm gonna admit, I'm a little nervous.
Uh-oh.
Obviously, never met another spirit before,
and
let alone while I am one.
And besides you being able to interact with him, he can also give us his opinion on the spiritual world if we can coax it out of him.
His opinion on the economy and the state of things.
The spiritual world of Tarkalia. If we can coax that out of him.
What are you doing over there? Hello? Sorry.
All right. And he kind of gets up and he steps over next to you. He's like, I'm willing to try.
You stay over there.
Jason continues to speak the ritual to summon the spirit.
Jason, you begin to hear whispers growing slowly in intensity.
He keeps going, undeterred from the whispers. I'm assuming he's heard these before.
Yeah, probably. And after a moment, the bones that you had tossed in the ground began to twitch and slowly begin to rise up as a little puddle of darkness begins to form and rise up with the bones.
Okay. Does anybody else see the little puddle of darkness?
You know what? All of y'all roll me in wisdom check.
Wisdom? I think it'd be wisdom or arcana.
Well, either or. Do a wisdom or arcana.
I'll take the child.
At normal or disadvantage?
Normal.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, nice shot.
20, 13,
Hey.
18.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. My screen is
Here's your
freaking out a
child
little
back.
bit.
8.
Damn.
See, that does nothing.
I've got to roll for the other ones. Hold on.
Oof.
Wow.
Damn. Tragic.
Jose. We will definitely do your wisdom. Wow.
It doesn't even roll, it just
Yeah,
plops onto the screen.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
It's so stupid.
Don't mind me.
The DM does not roll, they just throw it.
Oh my god, I am just
What is
fumbling.
with you tonight?
No, you don't understand. This is me normally. And
No.
we have a fucking rule about it, don't we, Sika?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but you're 3 different people. Does that count? Oh god. She's a good distance away, so I'm pretty sure you guys won't be able to hear her anymore.
So, Attica, Jack, Ursula, and Blake, you all see this begin to happen. The rest of you don't see shit. The
Oh god, the mental image is so good.
The shadow continues to rise up, taking the form of a hand, some of the bones that you had plucked off taking their place within it. And suddenly you hear, "What do you want?"
Good to see you.
Bro, you woke him up. How dare you?
It's good to see you too. Now, I have a few questions for you.
Ask.
Since you're connected to me, I'm sure sorry, words hard.
You're real.
Since you're connected to me, I'm certain that you've been in the spiritual version of Tarkalia now for as long as I have. What is your measure of the spiritual world of Tarkalia?
What spiritual world do you speak of?
The one you reside in, the one of Tarkalia right now.
It goes silent. Still there. The question would be, is it refusing to answer? It can't answer. Or it just simply doesn't think you should know.
Jason rubs his chin. Stubborn today. Alright. Ventos, are you capable of seeing it?
Yeah, I see it. What the hell is that?
That's the reason I've been traveling. I've been trying to
This is
figure out what
Greg.
it is
No.
myself. But all my life, that answer has eluded me.
Do you want me to ask it something?
You can attempt to.
Hey, you're the one drawing it.
You could also step past the circle and see if you can make contact with it.
he kind of squirms and he throws his arms up and puts it behind his head, and then he goes, "I really don't want to." He's very clearly unnerved.
If you wish not to, that is of your choice.
But we've got to know. God.
Jason turns back to the spirit. Well, if you're not willing to answer that question, let me ask you another. Do you sense anything unusual from my friend here? And he gestures to Femtos.
Protection.
What kind of protection?
It pauses a moment, its hand shifting before It motions towards Stentos. Said, "This one is protected by the magics given to it. Magics of prevention."
Prevention. He sort of just Jason cocks his head in confusion.
I've got a wild guess what she means by that.
The spell that keeps you from speaking of what happened.
Bingo.
Can you sense any sort of weakness in this spell?
No.
How unfortunate. Here I thought of you as a mighty spirit.
Suddenly, its hand jerks, and its fingers bend unnaturally. You've not seen this before.
This is new.
What do you mean this is new?
He kind of puts his hand in front of Fentos. Step back. I don't know what it's trying to do.
Ventus immediately puts his hands up and steps the fuck away because he wants nothing to fucking do with this shit anymore.
That is fair.
You know, maybe I should have just stayed with the cult.
Jason.
Go ahead.
Jason readies his grimoire to cast the spell just in case.
You hear it gasp and and it rise, and you suddenly see many eyes go from the elbow of its arm slowly upwards. You've seen these eyes before.
Oh, great.
In that dream.
Ah, the nightmare creature. Are you hitching a ride on my spiritual friend here?
Its eyes stick to you, or its eyes jolt to you. But each eye is a different color, a different pupil, different in some sort of way. And the eyes the bottom of the eyelids kind of go upwards. Almost as if there's a smile there that you can't see. And then all of a sudden you hear the same thing you heard before you had that dream, but much more clearly. I see you. And then it's gone. Demon's gone. And the salt suddenly goes flying across the ground.
Jason quickly says another bit of abyssal to close any sort of portal he opened.
As far as you can tell, you have done so. And Thentos peers out from behind you and went, "Yeah, that is what it is. That's what I can't talk about. That."
So that's
that's reassuring.
So
great, she's fucking still here. Fantastic.
It seems as though her spirit remains.
Who knows how much else of her fucking remains? Oh my god, we are fucked.
Oh, that's even more reassuring.
He's very clearly freaking the fuck out.
I tell Attica, do not repeat the words you've heard.
Worse.
Child.
Bam!
Everybody just looks at her.
Jason
I just said don't repeat it.
Jason steps forward and picks up his finger bones and places them back on his hand.
Dentos is very rapidly pacing around. He's like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Oh my god, what the fuck are we gonna do? It didn't work. How are we oh god.
Well, for starters, you could give us some context here.
I would
You-
love to if I could talk about it.
But Ursula, you did see everything since.
When Jess's mic sometimes cuts out. It's so good. No, I know. But, like, context why he knows.
Repeat that?
Boy, who knows?
Why Thentos knows.
Oh,
I
we
have
fought the
messed
thing.
up horribly. Damn it.
Why don't you ask him?
No, yeah, but maybe now
Oh,
he
wait,
knows
well-
something different.
Well, ask him better, I guess would be the question.
Any possible context you could give us to what that thing was? Or is just everything kaput now?
That thing. He takes a deep breath as he rubs his face and his hands down his beak.
Is
And
my
he takes a
ex-
deep
no.
breath. God, I don't want to think about that. Jesus. Don't give me ideas. Anyway.
Wow, this wouldn't be the first time. No.
He goes, okay, how can I get around this to talk about it? He paces again, he's pacing back and forth, and he's got his hand on his beak and he's tapping it. He's like, okay, think.
Winnie the Pooh looking at.
Okay. Ursula, you're a pirate, right?
Among other things, but yes.
What was
I'll
like
ask
the
about
worst?
that later.
What was like the worst thing you fought? Like a kraken or something? Something?
It's the worst things I've fought are nothing compared to the things I haven't, but sure, we fought our fair squares. Let me try again. We fought our fair square of squid before. Keep trying to
Okay,
eat our ship.
We'll
Don't
go
ask.
with kraken then.
The Kraken is offensive now.
Imagine there's a kraken terrorizing an island, right? Except this island has a ton of very potent magic that the kraken is feeding on. Except not only is it feeding on that, but it gets even stronger by the amount of blood it consumes. That's that damn thing!
Oh, that's it. She's probably dealt with this before. Don't worry about it.
He
We've
face
also lost
palms.
Jay, but it's fine.
He's like, okay, so you still don't understand.
Oh no. Perhaps not to the same extent.
I don't know how to explain it any better. I just... God, dude!
Why that voice was really funny.
Jason speaks up. Ventos, we understand that this creature is of great danger, but it seems for now that it's only a spirit. I am well versed in sealing spirits away. Perhaps with your knowledge of the creature, we can seal it.
Okay. Deep breaths. We can fix this. You're right. We should be able to fix this before it gets out of hand, because for everything that exists on this entire plane, planes beyond, that thing cannot come out. It can't.
You say that as if it's already been out before.
Well, it got put there somehow, I assume during the last time we fought it. But when it was out, it left nothing. Nothing but blood. Or whatever was left of the blood in the first place. Blood, destroyed towns, anything that you could think of could not make this thing slow down in any sense of the possibility.
Ursula closes her eyes and just lets out a deep, slightly frustrated sigh.
Yeah, me too. And he drops to the floor. And he's just, or he drops to the ground, and he's just like, I don't even want to think about if it leaves Tarkalia.
Well, if it could leave Tarkalia, as a spirit, it would have by now, I believe.
Something's keeping it anchored here.
Exactly.
Our best bet might be to follow the chain that leads to the hold. Understand?
Not without preparation. We definitely need the others.
For now, we will look in search of the other warriors. We have no lead on where its chain may be or how it is held.
No, I suppose not. I am dead, and I can feel my heart beating in my chest about as hard as I did the last time I fought this thing. I wish I could tell you more.
I don't imagine the information that you could give us would be able to help us in the long run. You've fought it before, but just because your experience is here doesn't mean that that experience is going to hold up if it's new.
It also doesn't help that I don't have access to part of my memory, apparently. We find the others, find Tarka, then we probably will have a chance. But right now, as we are, not good. No offense, just not good.
Ursula rolls her eyes. Clearly. Oh God. Okay, there we go.
Attica stands up and she jumps up on the log and she goes, well, I think we can do it.
Your enthusiasm is admired, little one. But he's got a point. We're not going to stand much of a chance as we are now.
Well, yeah, but I'm still saying we can do it.
I agree.
Tarka didn't stop.
Resisting the urge to say, yeah, and look at him now, he's dead.
One, do the same thing.
And she puts her hands on her hips, her stance wide and confident. She goes, we'll find the others, and we'll put a stop to whatever the scary thing is. As long as we've got each other, and we have each other's backs, and she gives a pointed look at Hosei because she does not trust him.
Damn. Tragic.
Before she goes back to smiling and she says, and can do it. It'll take time. Yeah.
Shirley said, we'll defeat him with the power of friendship. And also that gun Ursula has.
I'd go with though, honestly.
We'll defeat you with the power of friendship and this gun I found.
Yeah, exactly.
But we probably should finish eating.
did not have this.
What'd you say?
I said, we got this. When we so did not have this. No.
But
Thanks, Cade.
we probably should finish eating and get going to Shattered Grill before something else weird happens.
Agreed.
My inventory again?
As
That's
she
okay.
has that last part, I put fruit in her mouth and say, "Don't ever say that." That's when stuff does go bad.
She blinks at she blinks at you and she gives a muffled laugh before chewing.
First lesson out at sea: don't ever question the powers that be. Asking what could go wrong will guarantee something will go wrong.
Ventus is now laying on his back, staring up at the sky. Obviously, he's deep in thought in this very moment. And he sighs and he sits back up and he goes, "Okay," and he gets up. We got this. You all finish eating. It does look delicious. I wish I could eat it. But you know. And
It all looks delicious.
find-
It's a bunch of Nutri-Grain bars.
it's bird seed.
A raw fish.
I mean, you're not wrong, Brandy.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. As you all sit back down and eating, Ventus can't help but find himself continuing to look back at where the summoning circle had been.
That's not the right. Fuck you, computer.
Fuck you, Goatman.
I'm on your bridge, Goatman!
Campaign of all the cryptids that fucking Shane
love
and
those
Ryan
guys.
have found. Or have hunted. Just for the fuck of it. I'm an adult.
Oh boy. You all finish eating and stand up, get your stuff ready, and you continue your way, bringing you guys back over here. You continue your
God, I thought my
way.
screensaver started up for a second. No, we just changed maps.
And you continue making your way out of the forest. You continue your way, and you keep heading towards the lights at the end of the trees. And as you do, you can't help but feel like you're not getting any closer.
Oh no.
Oh good, are we doing this again?
Please don't tell me there's eyes all around us again.
No, there's not eyes
There
all
are,
around
no.
you.
There's not this scary thing around us again, DM. Yes.
Yeah, no, there's no eyes around you guys. You can notice.
But
No,
there is! No.
You think maybe it's just because of how much time you spent in the forest. But you would suddenly hear a snap of the branches. And when you looked over, nothing was there. And then, when you looked back, you suddenly find yourself at the tree line.
Alright.
And before you is a vast and bountiful plains.
I'm sorry, just this image is really funny.
Oh my gosh, freedom!
you see Nit finally release a breath that she didn't know she was holding. She goes, "Finally!" And she takes a deep breath and she goes, "Fresh air!"
Ursula is currently on edge. More so than she was in the woods. Or swamp, I guess you want to call it now.
Attica kind of runs forward out into the fields, and she's laughing, and she goes,
Before she gets too far, Ursula grabs her by the back of her shirt and just pulls her back.
"Aww,
Don't do that.
it's not tall grass."
Tall grass or not, out on the sea, when things seem calm and have taken a turn for the better, is when you should always be the most wary.
She gives you a look, and then she turns and she goes, "Steve," and she points at Blake, because he still hasn't told you guys his real name.
Yeah, don't forget that that's a thing.
And she goes, "Steve,
Yes.
you're from Feather's Grace, up in the Northern Plains, right?
Yes.
Does anything ever happen out in the plains?"
That is a good question.
You could give me a history check.
That is why I was opening Blake's thing.
Damn.
I don't know shit.
Oh no.
So what do you say to her?
Nothing's ever happened to me.
He probably does answer something like that. Like, I don't think I've had anything happen to me.
Jazz, ignore this. I'm just testing to make sure if it works.
Okay.
Attica asked Blake if anything happened and then I rolled a 3.
She kind of huffs, and she goes,
Did not work as intended.
"It's not tall grass. Just can't exactly get the pounce on us. The only thing we'd really have to worry about is the sky. Because, birds. Well, pterosaurs. I think you call them birds where you're from. I don't know."
Oh, the vacuum.
Okay.
Ursula just narrows her eyes and stares out into the plains again. I don't like it.
Because it's open?
No. I spent most of my life out at sea. Nothing but open space out there.
Yeah. And she
You can't
pulls
see
away
very
from...
far. You can't see very far beneath the surface of the water. But when the surface is calm, that usually means something is on its way. Why did I turn Australian when I did that last bit?
She looks at you deadpan before she pulled away, and she turns towards you, and she jumps on the ground a couple of times, and she puts her arms out. Nothing underneath.
I was about to say, baby want upsies?
Jason looks to Attica. Humor her, please.
Attica very deeply sighs, and she drops her arms in her head in a very childlike, dramatic fashion. She goes, "Okay, we can go slow. But, I think the worst you're going to see is just..."
Don't.
Oh. She
what
has
did
her
we
head
say
turned...
about this?
She has her arms out again, and she turned her head to the side, but her eye is looking straight at you, wide-eyed, and she drops her arms again, and she's just like, "I can't say anything," and she crosses her arms, all pouty.
Right.
Now you learn.
But that's no fun.
Well, I imagine the lesser fun part is that we let you.
Let you...
Am I allowed to say this? Am I allowed to say "fuck around" and find out to a child?
She has told you she's heard worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
The less fun part is that we could just let you fuck around and find out. But I don't know if that's a saying here.
She kind of thinks about it for a moment, and then she goes, that just pretty much sums up Tartalia.
Oh, lessons are learned at someone else's expense.
She gives a deep
And
sigh
we've lost
again.
Sega.
And Knit,
better.
even Knit is just like, we should probably all stay together and go across at our own pace.
Good idea.
Sure.
Attica doesn't really seem to like that idea, but she does oblige, and she goes to rejoin you all. Though she is still very pouty.
No, I'm joking.
You begin to make your way out across the plains. The wind, it's very quiet with distant sounds of birds that are small songbirds that are flying overhead, and the wind is very gently sweeping its way across the hills, and you see, although the grass is decently long, it is not like up to your head. It's probably just above your ankles, and you see it flowing and swishing across the land. It's almost serene.
Mm.
And it goes like that for a while. And as you make your way up your hill, you hear what sounds to be a commotion on the other side. What do you do?
How big is the hill?
It's a pretty large hill. Like,
Like general proportions, maybe.
yeah, like think like over here.
Okay,
I can.
so it's a big boy hill. Okay.
I could fly up and take a look over the hill.
You most certainly could do that.
Yeah, I'll do a flyover.
Unless, no, I'm joking.
I'll do a flyover of the hill.
Okay, you take flight over the hill, and what you see down below is a herd of variety of ceratopsians, all grazing and socializing with one another.
Like just general animal or like
Yep,
vaguely humanoid? Okay.
general animal.
Oh, that's much worse then.
I guess you'll have to find out.
The herbivores, it's worse.
I'll fly back and relay that.
You fly back and you relay to your group that there is a large group of a variety of ceratopsians on the other side. Attica kind of gasps because she really wants to go see.
I don't think that's a good idea. You shouldn't be messing with wild animals.
I just want to look. I'm not gonna like walk into their herd or anything.
Please be careful.
Yeah, literally like messing with moose.
Yeah, nah, knock yourself out.
We should just tie a rope on her like a child leash thing.
I was
Keep
about
her
to say.
close by.
I was about to say. She is a child.
There.
Okay, hello. There we go. Occasionally I
Attica,
put out, but it's not long.
Attica takes a moment to think about it. She glances at you, glances at the hill, glances at you, glances at the hill, and she goes running to the top of the hill. But before she reaches the top of the hill, she lays down and she crawls up the hill, peeking over.
She army crawls up the hill.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. And she puts her arms underneath her head and she watches them. Do any of you decide to join her?
I returned. What has happened?
You have come across a herd of ceratopsians of a variety.
We've
And
encountered moose.
And Attica has gone to the top of the hill and laid down to watch the herd.
Link is gonna join.
Jason. Yeah, Jason will join as well.
I'm just gonna stay down here. Fuck you guys. No.
Safer in numbers. As long as they don't see us, we're fine. I join.
You all make your way to the top of the hill, and Attica looks back at you. She goes, just like I did. Get close to the top, lay down, crawl. If you stay low, they shouldn't see you.
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's see.
There we go.
I need
Oh, God.
those who are going up there to give me, I'm going to say athletics.
I'm gonna pass.
Fair.
You're flying. You don't need to worry about it.
So
That's fair.
All of you failed. No.
alright, fine.
Salad.
Well, fuck.
Oh no.
Jason, you attempt to do as you're told,
You
but
doomed us.
your one of your feet steps on a loose stone and you go tumbling down. The big oof, which causes one of the ceratopsians to lift its head and look towards the hill. Attica gasps and goes very still. I need all three of you to now roll a stealth check.
Damn. The white guys ruined it for us. No.
Question.
Yeah. How dare.
Uh-oh.
Can I use disguise self to disguise myself as a bunch of rocks and foliage?
You can try.
Forget that, baby.
He just becomes a streetlight.
Okay. You use disguise self
I'm
and
muted?
you become a...
Oh, fuck.
You know what, Sega? I need you to roll me a 1d4, please.
Uh-oh.
1d4?
Mm-hmm.
Roll. 3.
You became to look like a very tasty looking bush.
Oh no. What have you done?
You dumbass.
Let me see what the other two... Jay, I need you to roll me... Good, thank you. You all succeed on staying low and
There it goes.
down. But, Sega, you have caught the attention of a ceratopsian.
What have you done to us?
You see this very many-horned ceratopsian with a very long frontal horn on the its nose approach you. And you all keep very still, and it kind of wanders by you. And it attempts to eat from the bush.
Okay. I can do something really funny
Plankton with
here.
his holographic meatloaf.
I can do something very funny here.
Oh, it's the Bushman, yeah.
I can cast Speak with Animals and become the burning bush from Biblical Legend.
I hate it here. Just
How
kill
do we-
us.
How do we feel about this?
Give me that.
Do the animals actually have a sense of religion, or is
So
it just oh Jesus. Hello, your mic peaked for me for a second.
So I would say they would probably know of the deities, but they would still respect them either as one of them or a predator out to get them.
Mm-hmm. I think you know what? I think Dacian's just gonna roll with it and see how far this goes. He's not gonna do anything. He's gonna keep the
Just
disguise up.
bush noises.
Okay. The
Oh no.
Wait, are you casting Speak with Animals or what?
No, I'm not casting anything. I'm just like
Okay, hold on.
praying that I don't get eaten.
Man's about to get his head bitten off.
Just grab some grass and just feed it to them.
I think if I move, it might break the disguise. I'm not sure.
Fair.
You're like
The
standing very still in front of a T-Rex, except you're a bush. Oh no.
Now that's not. What the fuck word am I looking for? That's not horrifying at all.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's worse.
So, how's it going?
So how badly did he mess up?
I'm gonna roll this one more time.
Oh no.
Oh, Sega.
Yeah.
The dinosaur attempts to take a bite out of the bush and ends up biting down on your arm. Not particularly harshly, because when it bites your arm, it very quickly realizes that is not what it thinks it is and lets go.
Wait a damn minute.
And immediately bolts off
Oh shit.
and with a surprise cry, which catches the rest of the herd's attention.
Is this why we can't have nice things, Sega?
Is this why we shouldn't bring white guys to the party? No.
I tried, okay? It's not my fault.
You doomed us all!
Some of the herd members do check in with the younger member, and all of a sudden, you see something large, very large,
Oh no.
begin to move from the center of the herd, and you see this gigantic, well-adorned ceratopsian with these spade-like frill tips along its frill and very forward-facing horns. Slowly get up, and it is adorned in silver along its bright gold and reddened skin. And it slowly looks out towards you.
Shit, it's bringing me.
He continues to remain still.
Stillness
Attica
is no
very
longer your
quiet.
ally.
Attica very quietly says, "That citadel. She's the plains deity."
Uh-oh.
Ooh, you fucked up big time.
What'd you say its name was?
Her name is Citadel.
Citadel. Okay.
Citadel continues to stare out towards you. It's very clear she knows you're there, but she does not make any advancement towards you. Instead, she kind of just shakes her frill and does a deep bellow, almost like that of perhaps similar to a. Oh my gosh, how would you even describe this? It's very guttural. And the herd begins to follow after her as she begins to leave.
Imagine if he did the burning bush thing.
Yeah, that probably would have ended very poorly. Because I'm pretty sure that Styracosaurus would have been like, but she's over there. Attica slowly.
I think in that scenario, I would have just cast the gaslight.
Oh, by the
Damn.
way, I forgot to say you need to take 5 points of damage, by the way.
Ah, okay. 5 points, I can manage that.
You done fucked up now, AA Ron.
Damn. Meanwhile, those of us on the other side of the hill are just like, so. What do
Attica
you think they're
slowly
looking at?
sat up.
No.
Attica
Oh, I
slowly
have
sat
to-
up. Yeah.
Hey, I succeeded. I'm still a bush.
Attica
Broke his
slowly
ankle on the
sat up
pole.
and she watches her go and she goes, "I've never seen Citadel before. She's so pretty." Attica looks like she's about to cry.
Don't cry, child. Beauty is very nice, but no cry.
She looks at the giant and she said, but she's so pretty.
Yes.
Don't be jealous, you're pretty too. Oh, I'm not being jealous, I'm being gay. No.
And she looks
Maybe
over
one day
to
you could speak to her, but not today.
she looks over to Sega after a moment and she goes, "Are you okay?"
Little bitten, but I shall be fine.
Ooh, getting bit by that beak is not good.
What makes you say that?
It's very sharp. If she had bitten any harder, you probably would have lost your arm. Or whatever she bit.
Shit.
I can always make a new one. I'm sure.
I'll use somebody else's bones, yeah, that's fine. I'll just borrow some.
No.
Well,
I cast Cure Wounds on Sega. You know, mostly out of
No, let him
curiosity.
suffer for his hubris.
No. I want to see if healing bones works, or if
Fair.
it's like casting a cure spell on an undead where it damages them. Or at least it did in other editions. Anywho,
You want to try?
Get his ass.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You attempt to cure.
11.
How'd it go?
Sega, you take 12 damage now.
Well,
That's the first damage I've taken this campaign, actually.
well, since you have vulnerability to radiant, you technically take 22 damage.
Oh god.
Damn.
And Sega's dead.
Tragic.
Yep.
Anyway, no.
Well, time to make a new character, Sega.
No.
It's just gonna be Jason, but he's fully skeleton.
At least I'm not the one that
You're
killed
gonna-
our first team member.
You're gonna turn into Phosphorus from Creature Commandos.
Jesus.
Exactly. I love this idea.
Hey,
You attempt to cast Cure Wounds on Sega, and instead do damage to him.
I'm a reverse doctor.
so that's 11?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Oof.
take 11 points of damage. And
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna hold concentration anymore. I am no longer a bush.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh, is he still?
Yeah. He was still pushing.
Oh, I thought he'd come back to us. I don't fly down and cast Cure Wounds on a bush. I'm sorry.
Well, you're kind of too late for that.
Oh
Oh,
well.
well.
Jason will stand up and, feeling a little worse for wear, he will walk back to the group with a slight limp.
Isn't it his arm that's hurt?
Yeah, but he still
Yeah.
took damage.
I've taken 16 points of damage.
Oh,
It's like Far Cry rules, you know. Fucking, you get bit by a tiger, you dig out a bullet, you know, same thing.
Exactly.
He's still in pain.
Damn, that means he has to go back up the hill and then go back down
Oof,
the hill the other
sunshine.
side. Damn.
So, here are other questions. Does this
Uh-oh.
mean that my Song of Rest feature is going to damage Sega when I use it?
You give him a migraine.
We will find out when it comes to that.
Damn.
Oh boy.
I want it to be known, this is just Jazz making it up as she goes along right now.
You say that as if you haven't done the exact same thing.
I know. I'm just saying.
I know, right?
Like,
Isn't
yeah,
it
that's
like-
what I know.
A majority of DMing.
Yes.
Yeah,
But I just
basically.
want it to be known. She did this just for the funny.
I really thought about it, actually. Like, do I really want to? Do I really want to take more? Jesus.
This is just her way of getting revenge on me for the abomination.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh no, that'd
Do
be
you really
different.
want to see that?
Maybe.
Oh boy. Does that mean I get punished as well by proxy because I'm the one that made it?
Wait,
I'm guilty by association.
why am I getting punished? What did I do here?
You're not getting punished. I'm the one getting punished.
The Void, you are not involved in the making of the abomination.
Unless there's something that you're not telling us.
I don't think so.
Not that
He's
he
the one that put
remembers.
the idea. He's the one that came up with the idea for Sega.
Okay. You all just had one of your probably first of many run-ins with a massive herd. And Sega's not Jason's not doing too great. No, not particularly. Ursula, Vita, you see him begin to limp back down towards you and the others.
Ah.
I just look at Jason and go,
I
"What happened to you?"
think that was going to happen.
Well, note to self. Healing spells do not work on me.
Hmm. Right.
Attica slides down the hill.
I'm just gonna stand down the hill and look out into the distance for a
Oh,
bit.
Dark, I love that. I love that so much. You have no idea.
You're like, oh yeah, spades, and then I forgot how to draw spades briefly. As
Oh,
you can see.
when I said spades, I meant like. Oh, why did I say spades? I meant like shovel.
Mm.
That was how I saw it was written out when I was doing research on it.
Well, spade is like a shovel.
If you're curious, Citadel is a Regaliceratops.
Or fucking Google tab.
But I really love that. I love that so much, Dark. You have no idea.
Oh god.
Uh,
I just got a Reddit notification. Honestly, fuck you, DE. Thanks, I guess.
Jesus.
All right, Dark. Next
I'm
thing you draw me
dying.
getting munched on.
Don't die. No, it's bad.
By a Styracosaurus, yeah.
I'm not even gonna pretend I know how to spell that.
I'll type it to you.
Okay, good.
Attica goes over to Ursula and she's bouncing up and down excitedly. We saw another deity!
Oh.
No, she's a nice one!
Oh. Okay, that's better.
We seem to have a knack for finding deities.
I look over at Jason again.
And
What
trouble.
happened to you?
Bit by a dinosaur, healed by
I
a
was a
bat.
bush,
He disguised himself as a bush, got bit.
and then got
Yeah,
reversed.
he fell and he fell with a big oof, and then he made himself a bush, and a Styracosaurus came over, thinking that the bush was tasty, bit him, screamed, ran off, and then then that related Citadel. Citadel stood up, looked at us. I'm not entirely sure what was going on in her head, but she called for the herd and they left.
I think it knew I was there.
This is the expression that Ursula makes. As you're all explaining.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, Citadel's a nice one. She's the deity of prosperity. So peace, happiness, wealth.
And I must say, I'm not feeling too prosperous right now.
You're the one who turned into a bush.
Because I did not wish to scare away the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I guess that's true, and I appreciate you for that, because we did get to look at them longer. And we got to see Citadel. Actually, she was so pretty, I was going to cry, and then Jack told me not to cry.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And Jack does not defend himself.
Most, to my knowledge, most gods don't appreciate tears as an
Jack is
offering.
paying attention.
I think
Say
Jack
it
is
again,
dead.
Dark.
In my experience, most gods don't appreciate having tears as their offering, in a sense.
Dad?
What am I looking at? Oh, I see.
Also, she turns to you, Jason, and she goes, so, cure wounds does bad. right?
Indeed, as we have discovered.
But only on me.
She thinks for a moment, and she's like, hold on. And she opens her pack and she starts looking through it. He goes, no.
Swear to God, it's hopefully not a knife.
Yeah, just take off the arm. That'll
My
fix
knife
it.
of healing. My knife of healing, yeah.
Fucking blowtorch. No, never mind.
We have to disinfect it.
So I'm laughing.
Cauterize it.
I'm trying to
No.
stop fucking coughing.
No, not allowed.
God.
What race
She
is
looks-
Jason again?
He's a
Hex blood,
fae.
Okay.
technically speaking, yes.
The biggest fae
He's just a
transport
white
I've ever
guy,
seen.
yeah.
I'm gonna go touch it. No, you're gonna get kidnapped. She continues looking for her pack for a moment before she goes, aha! And she pulls out a potion.
Okay.
It is a minor potion of healing.
Yeah, she just has that.
Let's see if this works.
She doesn't have a backpack, she just has a bag of holding.
I mean, that's what I have.
She goes, it's the only one I have, but you do need it.
I will be fine if you wish to hang on to it, I promise.
She thinks about it before she insistently holds it out to him. Take it.
He reluctantly sighs and takes the potion. Alright, alright.
Good. I may not know how your work, but I'd rather attract any unwanted attention, whatever you drip.
I see.
My favorite part of Jazz just randomly cuts out sometimes.
So, it's 2d4, right?
2d4 plus 2.
Alright. Let's roll.
And then subtract it.
6.
Damn. Math.
Okay, you get 6 points of healing back.
Alright. I'm at 20 out of 30.
No, now I'm less dead than I was before.
Still blood dripping from his mouth.
Now I'm only a third dead.
Yay! Anyway, as you're all discussing this, you can see that behind you, Knit is like very curiously like drawing things down and investigating the difference of plants and animals that she's seen flying overhead. Tenson just kind of seems to be quietly watching you all because he's old and doesn't really. He's more just there to keep you safe. That's
Thanks,
what he's
Grandpa.
there to do. Attica looked up into the sky, trying to determine where the sun was. But one moment.
I heard.
Uh-oh.
But due to Attica having blue eyes, it's a lot harder for her to look up into the sky without her eyes hurting very badly. And so she looks away and she goes, I can't tell where the sun is. Would anyone like to roll perception to see where the sun is?
I shall roll perception.
Also, that's actually true, by the way. It actually is really hard for people with blue eyes to look at the sky. I would know. It's very cool.
I will aid.
Okay.
So you'll aid me, is what you're saying.
Here, I'll
Are
try.
we killing more team
What are we
members?
rolling?
All right,
I don't
we're
know.
rolling
If you were paying
perception.
attention, Brandy, you would know.
All right. So what's the ruling on aid again, Jazz? Is it at advantage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll roll at advantage. Better.
Jason, you look up into the
Alright,
sky.
I'll save my roll then.
You look up into the sky and you see that the sun is setting to the west.
He relays this to Attica.
Okay, sun's in the west. Which direction? And she's kind of pointing around.
Points in the wrong direction that way. No.
Jason points towards west that way.
She goes, okay, that's west. Then we need to go that way. Because Shadowfrill should be west.
Okay. Then let us move. We have about an hour left of sunlight, I'd say.
Then we'd better hurry.
Onwards.
You all continue on. And Jason, you are correct. About an hour passes and the sun has definitely set. And it's definitely gotten darker. And
Go ahead.
Attica definitely starts to get more nervous and she kind of steps closer to you, Steve. And she kind of takes hold of your hand because, being a herbivore, she doesn't like the dark very much. What are you going to say, Jason?
It might be best we make camp for now.
All right.
Jake
You all agree with
reacting
that?
to Jason getting bit.
How far are we from the town?
Let's find out, shall we?
Oh, God.
Are you asking that to your party?
Yes, I am.
Annika pauses, causing the rest of you to stop, as she pulls out her map. But she's having a hard time seeing it due to the darkness. And she goes,
Go
ahead.
Yes.
I might be able to
No.
help with that. Hold on. I'll use magical tinkering to make an object shed light in a 5-foot radius.
Smart. You use it on the map?
Yes.
Okay, you use it on the map, and Attica gasps as it lights up. She goes, whoa! And she looks up to you a second. She goes, thank you.
No problem.
She goes, okay. It took a couple hours. Then we finally got to the edge. Traveling maybe 2 hours away from the. We're heading west. It's the right direction. Where did we. She's trying to look for some sort of marker in where particularly they came out of the forest. Right. And she goes, okay, I think we're about. And she points. And I'm going to mark it in bright blue.
I'm gonna zoom out.
And she's, I think we're right. Come on. Here?
Oh,
Yeah, the tool's weird.
oh,
It's a second!
I live barely.
Ah! You
Hi,
missed some
Zeka.
shit!
I noticed. Again, fucking spam the call if I'm not. I'm sad.
Get on in here. Who wants to catch Zeka up?
we met another god.
Don't
Oh,
cast
fun.
healing. Don't cast healing spells on Sega.
Turns out
Unless
they
you want to
hurt
be
me.
funny.
In fact, I'll give you guys a 5-minute break. I've got to go to the bathroom. If anyone else needs to go to the bathroom. But I'll give you time to explain to let you guys catch her up.
I will
We should probably
be
start at the
able.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll explain it to Zeka. So, shortly after we freed that dinosaur from being trapped
Yeah.
under, it was a fallen tree, right?
Yeah.
So
It was
shortly
a
after
fallen
that,
tree.
the party stopped to eat because everybody was getting hungry.
Okay.
During this time, we discussed where the other spirits of the warriors might be, and Jason decided to touch base with with a spirit that's been haunting him his entire life to try and get some info out of him.
Okay.
Kind of worked, kind of didn't. Wasn't very helpful, but after a bit of questioning,
I'll be right back.
the dream creature or the nightmare spirit showed up on the spirit that's been haunting Jason.
Okay.
And it did its whole creepy thing, and Jason then sent the spirits away and closed any sort of gate he might have opened to bring them there.
Yeah.
And Bentos freaked out because that was the thing they were fighting. He recognized it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he seriously freaked the fuck out.
So yeah,
not
after
good.
a bit of talking, we decided that we needed to find the other spirits to help deal with this thing, since it's likely going to be a problem.
Uh-huh.
And then we set out again, and we ran into a horde of, or a herd.
A horde.
I said horde by accident. Ignore me. We then ran into a herd of. Well, we got into a clearing of the trees, so we were finally free of the marshlands for a moment.
You're actually out of the marshlands. You're now in the plains.
Yeah. So yeah, we ran into a herd of them in the plains, and
You ran into it. You haven't stated. You ran into a herd of ceratopsians.
yeah, that's what it was called.
Okay.
So Attica, Blake, and Jason went to get a look at them on top of a hill.
And Jack.
But oh yeah, and Jack. But Jason failed the athletics check, fell down the hill, and made a loud noise. And to keep the ceratopsians from running away, I casted Disguise Self on Jason, and he was a bush. Yeah. And then the ceratopsian, seeing the bush, went, yo, I want a bite of that. Walked over and started nibbling on Jason's arm.
Fun
It
fact.
literally.
I can't wait.
Discord.
I can't wait to go on Jay's channel.
There is already art of Jason getting knocked on.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn, Dark, you work fast.
So we have art of Citadel and of Jason getting knocked on.
No, I'm excited.
I will say,
So,
Dark,
yeah.
that she does have a set of 3 horns that are very pointed forward. But yeah, it looks really good.
So yeah, then after the ceratopsian nibbled on him, realized, hey, this tastes like ass, runs away, and then
Freaks out.
Yeah, freaks out, runs away, and then fucking Citadel, another deity, shows up and calls the herd away. Probably also, yeah.
She had been laying down in the middle of the herd when she heard the Styracosaurus cry out. She got up and she stared at them, essentially. She was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then she was like, "Oh," or something to that effect. Anyway, continue.
But yeah,
Sorry. Just found the art.
Yeah, after that, they continued on their way with, well, actually, VDAT tried to heal Jason with Cure Wounds, and that's when we discovered Jason is like a skeleton in old editions. He takes damage from healing spells.
Oof, okay. So
Yeah.
how are we supposed to heal Jason?
Potions? Or
Potions.
I just straight up die.
I mean, maybe the like mend object or something would work, because don't those repair hit points to objects? Not to objectify you.
Maybe that might work.
But yeah, no, that'd be the thing I'd try first.
This
Oh,
spell, I've got
interesting.
mending here.
Oh, mending, yeah.
This spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no larger than a foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. This spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to an object.
I think there's probably some like homebrew versions of men that can also act as healing. So if we want to go through that, we can look through them.
I think there's stuff like that for Eberron, because I think it's like mending and shit like that that heals Warforged.
Hmm.
Now they'd been traveling for an
Hello.
hour, and the sun is set by this point. So you're all about to make camp.
Yeah. And
I think
that's
that's
where we
So
are now.
basically, end of session. Got it.
No.
No,
No.
we're going late
No.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well.
We go late most
I'm-
nights.
We're
only
going as
9.
long as we basically go as long as we think we can. The reason I cut it off. The reason I cut it off early was because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what to do next.
Real.
Okay.
Where am I?
After last session.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Here we go.
I've been spending all week trying to
Has
figure out
no one
what the
thought
fuck
to
we were
ask
going to
the
do.
deities where the other weapons are? Because the deities chose the people and blessed their weapons, didn't they?
Well, you ran into Sinu, which was like, that's not gonna fucking happen. Talking to her because you can't. She's probably gonna try and get you to look at her.
She just
There's
she
Deimos.
stares at you.
Deimos basically told you get out while you can, and then you didn't get out while you can. But he did tell you to go find the other deities, and
Yeah.
Citadel just walked off with the herd. So
Yeah.
If we had a chance to
Dang it! If I weren't sleeping, Nit would have definitely been all like, "Hi, deity, can I talk to you?" Because she's curious as fuck that these deities are walking. basically.
You've been categorizing everything you've come across.
Yeah.
Nerding.
That's about
Yeah.
accurate. But if she knew that was
Oh,
deity, she'd be
whenever
like,
I will say, however, is that when Sega was getting ready for his spell, you puffed up so that because Jack picked up Attica and went and hid behind you, just in case.
fun fact, Net would totally do that.
Yeah, I know. But anyway.
Because her main focus is cataloging and
Mm-hmm.
cinnamon roll.
So anyway, you've all decided to settle down to make camp. Coming back over to the plains.
Oh yes, help.
Even though the
My audio
plains
is fine,
are,
right?
Yeah, you sound
Okay.
fine.
even though the plains are wide open, as the darkness begins to settle in and you all start to make camp, it is pitch black.
Mm.
For those with dark vision, you see out to 60 feet and nothing
Everyone
else.
but Jason. No,
No,
Yeah.
I actually do have dark vision because of X Blood. I realized that the last session.
it just finally kicked in.
Yeah, maybe your ghost was fucking with you or something.
Honestly, I've expected you to have the ghost fuck with me by now, but nothing.
Well, listen, man.
We could start.
I think the ghost already knows you're in a very dangerous place.
Don't tempt me. Oh yeah, after that fucking conversation, very clearly. Ain't they right, Sega?
Yeah, maybe.
This is a challenge to you, Jazz. So accept that if you wish.
Don't tempt me. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
Attica is pacing as camp gets set up, and she's staring out into the darkness before she goes over to Knit and sits in her lap and snuggles into the fur. She doesn't like all this open darkness.
Ow.
Understandable. Have we made a fire yet?
Yeah, you've just made a fire,
Okay.
but
Net also
outside the range of the
her
fire.
lamp.
All right.
Just to comfort the little one.
I'm being stared at by a baby. That's not a joke. This
I
is a
know.
human child.
Unlike the marshlands, the plains is significantly quieter, with
Oh, that's much worse.
only sounds of wind and crickets, and maybe some frogs in the distance.
And a bitchin' bass beat.
Because Vidat's playing on his fucking bass banjo. Is that what it's called?
A bass Joe. Yeah.
Bass
Yeah, I was
Joey.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's see if it's actually a bitchin' bass beat.
Give me a fucking performance roll.
If you
You've
roll
been
poorly,
nailing these.
It sucks. Well, actually,
You know,
that's about average. So
you know what?
it's-
I'll say you're actually tuning it.
Ursula reaches over, grabs it from him. No.
Can Net make a perception check to see how safe they are at the moment? Because, like, she's worried for the little cinnamon roll.
It's amazing because, like,
Uh,
I made that observation earlier, but Attica was like, "Nuh-uh."
Wait, really?
That was when it was, but that was when it was during daylight.
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
cinnamon roll fought us on.
Yes. Because
Because
she's
she
a
is a
child.
child.
She's not thinking ahead that far.
Yeah, she's like Brandy.
Fuck
The
you.
fuck you say?
I'm calling Brandy a child.
Okay, I thought you said brain cell for half a second. I was about
No,
to
I
be like,
said
what the
Brandy.
fuck does that mean?
Brandy. Brandy is a child. Literally, we went to the hospital the other day, and we kept having to tell her to put her hand on the cart and she'd wander off.
It is true though.
Okay,
Excuse me.
By that
I need you to give
definition,
me
I am
give
a
me
child too.
give me a perception roll.
Can I roll it as well?
Oh my god.
If you want to.
You know what?
I was
Uh,
hoping my first roll of this
Skate up.
session would be good.
You're okay.
I brought it up
He's
Damn, we
earlier,
are
so
rolling awful tonight.
He's aiding me, so I get to try that again.
That was almost a
Damn.
1 on my screen. God damn.
yeah, I know.
It was almost worse. What the fuck?
Do I need to roll a perception check?
No,
Wait,
only if you want to.
I didn't hear that.
I need to remember, I need to add a +5 bonus to my perception.
You know what,
Fine, I
Sega?
don't know nothing.
Sega, I will let you re-roll that with aid one more time, plus that bonus.
Alright, let me add it in real quick.
His artificial dark vision, yeah.
Wait.
May
Oh.
Jack roll for perception?
Yeah, if you want to.
Wait, is that... Do I already have the passive bonus? What? Give me a second.
Wow, guys. Wow, guys.
We're just tired, okay?
Damn. 10, 14, 9, 10, 9.
Are you gonna ignore the fact that I rolled a 1?
And a 1. That's a given.
Listen, it's not everyone's fault that they're vibing to my mediocre bass beats.
My mediocre bass tuning, yeah.
Yeah, I've got some shitty lo-fi going.
So, second, let me read off how the rolls have been going. So we had a 20, 13, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 9, an 8, a 16, a 6, a 16, 13, 5, 14, 3, 19, 8, 9, 2.
Hey,
Again, honestly shocked that no one has died yet.
Well, we haven't been in any fights yet, so don't hold your breath.
I
Okay,
rolled really well when I healed Sega.
Yeah,
Okay,
you sure did.
I think I
did.
do
Yeah,
already.
and hurt the fuck out of her.
I think I do already have it applied.
Okay,
think
so
we're good.
I'll just keep it again.
Okay.
So
The
what if
only reason it
we
wanted
stop?
to check was because she saw Attica's concern. So it's like,
And what if we stop having our mediocre bass Joe playing? Will we roll better then?
Base tuning.
Did you tell me to roll again, or are we taking the 14?
We'll take the 14.
Okay.
So for most of you,
Nick
You-
can't hear anything over the bitch.
Literally.
Most of you have a slight sense of dread, but you're all trying to reassure yourselves. Or the ones that rolled 10s and 9s try to reassure yourselves. Blake, you are fully into stoking the fire. You are not paying attention at all.
No thoughts, head empty.
Hold on, yeah. Jason,
Yes.
as you look out across the plains, you see a little bit of moonlight filtering down from the clouds, but not necessarily enough to give away too much. You're not sure if your mind is playing tricks on you, or if you're actually seeing something move about in the darkness.
Have we set up the tents yet?
You're working on it,
Okay.
but
Jason will ready his crossbow for just in case.
you know what? I probably need to have Attica roll one too. God damn it!
Was that a
Where
good
are these
good
rolls
or bad?
tonight?
Okay. Bad. Got it.
She rolled a fucking 10.
What are we? Where are we? What are we rolling? Can the rest of us roll? No,
No,
I'm
no,
joking.
no. Attica kind of whines quietly, and she presses her face into your fur knit.
Puff out my neck just a little bit to add extra squishy cushion for the child.
I liked it better when there were trees and when it was dark.
Well, that's understandable. Open spaces are kind of scary. I will admit myself.
The trees, you think you saw something, but then you're like, oh, it's just a tree. When there's nothing around, you just like, what did I see? I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck, I keep forgetting to have Hosine and roll, but go ahead.
Damn.
The good news is, at least we have our own little herd here to protect us. You're not alone.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God.
Oh my god. It's just one of those nights. Also, I'm wondering if I should add my rule that Sega made for me.
Might be.
I
If it
probably should.
What?
If it gets
what
bad
rule?
enough, yeah, let's use it.
Okay.
So,
The
if you don't know what the jazz rule is,
Okay.
if you roll 3 nat 1s, your next roll will be with advantage. If I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Yeah, that's how it went.
I feel really bad because
Actually,
I
no,
definitely
no.
jinxed us by telling you, Jazz.
The jazz rule was that after 3 nat ones, the next roll you make is an immediate success, or not immediately. Immediately a 20.
Okay. Yeah. So
Close.
I'm
that will
sharpening
also
a
be
pencil. Don't
implemented.
worry about that noise.
I believe Blake has rolled 2 1s this session.
Oh my God.
I think.
I don't remember. I know there's at least one.
Yeah, okay, no, it's just 1.
Ruh-roh.
Might be. Just say.
Fucking 1. Jesus.
Oh, baby. Hello. You good, child? Hey, nails. Why nails, child?
Because nails sharp.
Be claws.
We just not. No, we didn't do that. I almost said declawed.
I did not want to do that.
You could just trim his
Tenson,
nails.
Trimmed for nails.
Tenson just kind of grunts as he kind of paces around the camp with his weapon at the ready, with his bow at the ready. But he's kind of used to this, and he goes, hasn't changed a bit.
Jason looks to him. What hasn't?
The plains. Usually you don't have anything to worry about, but you can never be certain. Do you all maybe try to settle in for the night now that your tents are up?
Who's taking
Jason
the
will
first
try to.
watch?
Huh, Zeka?
Who's taking first watch? Declares Knit.
Do you want to ask that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because, like, judging on everyone's unease, it's all like, we should probably take turns for watch.
Jason would volunteer, but he's not paying attention to anything but the fire, so.
You said Jason?
Fucking Blake.
You did say Jason.
I did, yes, I
Okay.
They are the same
Um,
person.
Listen, I just cleaned a wound. Half my brain is on the pain from my arm.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
on that note, Jason will stand up and say, "How about we draw straws to the side?"
You
Ursula
have
just looks
Knit
up where
takes
I
out
straws?
could
her
do it.
Knit takes out her pens that have variety of lengths.
That should
She
work.
just reaches into her bag and pulls out a handful. Yeah, no.
Attica looks at your pens and she kind of whines and goes, "Not it."
Ursula
Obviously,
just
you're a
looks up at the
child.
group.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Or
Only
I could save us all the headache and go first myself.
All right, I will go.
And the rest of you can just decide amongst yourselves who's going next.
I will go
Straws!
second.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, Jason's second.
I'll go third.
Jesus
Fourth.
Christ.
Sorry.
Alright.
So we have.
Whichever place you place me at. Knit doesn't really care. She wouldn't mind going first because that would mean she could catalog.
So she's just gonna go to sleep while Ursula's on her watch. I mean, she will eventually, but still.
Yeah.
Blake, do you want to go next after Knit?
I thought Mr. Man was head empty, no thoughts, and fire.
Well, that was just for the
Please.
perception roll.
That's why I said. That's what I was saying earlier.
Sorry.
Apologies, I couldn't talk and hear my own voice at the same time. That's why I was making the joke earlier that Blake would offer to go first, but he's paying attention to the fire.
Well, it's up to you if you tuned into the conversation this time. Or now.
Well, I don't even know what the order is now.
I'm typing it out. It's Ursula, Jason, VDAT, Jack, Knit.
To be fair, Knit's probably gonna stay up to her turn just writing.
Okay, so what is the question to me at this point?
Do you want to go after Knit?
Yes.
Okay.
Bold of any of you to assume that Ursula's gonna wake up the next person for their shift, and she's just gonna stay up all night.
Bold of you to assume Blake isn't gonna still be awake.
Knit's not
Bold
going
of
to
us
sleep
to
till her
assume
turn.
anyone's gonna be sleeping when we're
No
in flames.
one's gonna be fucking sleeping.
Jason's sleeping. Fuck all y'all.
Okay.
Do I have a thing for this? Where is it?
Yeah? I know. Is everybody okay? Jay,
What?
Mom's asking if you're fine.
Yeah, we're still.
She said, yeah.
The fire hasn't really progressed any closer to where we are.
She said, alright, and she went.
Just kick my own ass.
Is that a cuckoo? It is a cuckoo. Hello, cuckoo. So, you decide your order. Ursula, you stay up while the rest all go to settle down in their tents. And Kaku's immediately in my lap. As
Having a critter that would curl up in my lap.
as you all settle down to sleep, and Ursula, you stay awake, tending the fire, whittling with your knife.
Occasionally getting up, walking around our general encampment. Just trying to keep an ear and an eye out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You keep an eye out. Of course, it's kind of hard to see, even with your dark vision. And you're perking up at every little sound, like the wind maybe picking up a little bit. The crickets, perhaps, stopping and restarting their songs. But the rest of you, as you all begin to sleep, and you're settling down into bed, VDOT,
Yes.
as you finally close your eyes and you're just about to doze off, you suddenly hear, "Come play."
No. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's what I expect.
This is the desired reaction.
It's worse because I have to draw this thing.
If that's true.
Oh, so I see. You are burdened with knowledge.
I'm going to start talking back to it.
What do you say?
Burl, it's 4 a.m. Leave me alone.
Oh, what kind of game do you want to play?
Ooh, 20 questions? No.
Basically, yes. Basically, I'm going to try to engage it in conversation for a. Oh, it's probably not a humanoid, isn't? Is it?
Dude, the
You don't
ball's
know?
on VDAT.
Yeah, I'm going to try to engage it in conversation for up to a minute.
Okay. You ask it what kind of game it wants to play, and you hear, all you hear is a hide and seek. And suddenly, you find yourself floating in a dark abyss.
I've had this dream before.
Before suddenly that dark abyss becomes a bright and very almost psychedelic in a sense.
Bro's being born again.
A reference that I would maybe use is like either the in between realm from the Owl House or the Spirit Blossom realm from League of Legends. Innocent, like something between those two.
That means literally nothing to me.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I kind of get the psychedelic idea. I'm just
Mhm.
I'm just going to assume now that someone failed their fucking survival roll and we all got dosed. So I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the trip.
Uh,
I'm sorry, but once again, the ball is on VDAT. Christ.
I mean,
hold
not gonna
on.
not gonna lie, existential terror is kind of my thing, so this is great.
I'll just put it in teasers.
Hey. Hello, children. Why do I have both of you? Licorice, go to your mother.
Okay, I cannot actually look at that one. Sorry, I
So-
just went into my chat.
You're fine. Somewhere in between of those two images. I posted them in DnDino teasers.
Do I need to get rid of my Samurai Jack gif?
Um,
Yeah, that might be better.
ow,
Slight chance of me having a seizure.
Suffer.
Kaku. I put my hand on him and he immediately starts biting my arm.
My time has come.
No, you're not gonna lay on my lap. You're gonna bite the shit out of me.
Uh-huh.
Hang on a minute. You, over there. He's been thrown on the bed.
Yeet.
Damn.
But as you begin to relax and try and enjoy this world, suddenly your eyes begin to close, and suddenly you see eyes appearing everywhere, followed by a wide smile of sharp, jagged teeth. And she goes, "Found you." And she laughs, and then suddenly the jaws go lunging forward, and you find yourself awake in your bed.
Cool.
No shit.
And you hear the echoes of very maniacal, psychotic laughter. Do you try to go back to sleep? No, you're not getting my fucking lap.
Well, wait, wasn't I on watch? So wouldn't I not want to go back to
No,
sleep?
I'm on watch.
No.
Yeah, I'll
You're
go back to sleep.
You attempt to go back to sleep. Jason, Tenson, Vida, you all suddenly find yourself standing in that same realm. Tenson looks around, very uneasy, and he goes, "What is this?"
oh, this is new. All I saw was a void last time this happened.
I had a
Oh, no.
river of blood.
I saw hungry eyes.
Oh, I as well. This creature.
Wait. All three of you are in this together?
Yep.
Yep.
Sure seems like.
Okay.
I wonder if this is a realm of dreams, or if this is more so a spirit.
This is completely out of my. Well, not completely, but dreams? I've walked a fine line between many things, but dreams is new.
No.
Suddenly, you all hear. You can't run now. Nowhere left to hide. Been so long. But you don't see anything. At least not yet.
What the fuck did you put?
I love Brandy's laughter in the background, Jay's mic.
All I see is just symbol.
What is your reaction to that?
Jason is somewhat spooked since they did not talk this much to him when he first encountered it. What does it want?
Well, that sounds like a problem.
Oh, I think it
Go ahead.
wants to terrify us.
Clearly. But this is different from before.
What exactly happened in yours?
Yeah. Just in ocean. Just a deep ocean, and it stared me down with its rather sharp teeth, in all honesty.
I had a battlefield covered in blood and jaws swallowing the sun. And you points to be that.
Oh, I had a yawning
God
cosmic.
damn it, Kaku.
I had a yawning cosmic void, then a nice trip, then hungry eyes. So I suppose it got progressively worse.
Hard to tell because it's always just weird all the time.
Suddenly, you all hear the laughter again, and you see eyes rapidly appear all around you before
those.
they all sink below you. And then you see
It's a reunion
a,
tour. No.
a three-clawed hand reach up and slam onto the ground, its claws digging in before the other one reached up, except this one had two different arms. One was shorter, connected from the elbow of the same arm with two claws, and the other was larger and three-clawed. And it pulled itself up, and it's a gooey mess of eyes and teeth, and it laughs. And it says, "You can't keep me here forever." You can't stop me. Nothing can. They couldn't. What can you do? What do you taste like? What are you? And she's staring down at you, Jason.
Jason reaches into his pocket to pull his dagger out. I am I am an artificer, and I know a thing or two about exercising spirits.
It'd be a shame if I just showed up and woke up Jason.
And I think...
Hold on a minute, Ursula.
Uh-oh.
Before you could say anything else, Jason, she cackles out a laugh, just a. You think I'm asking about what you do? No. What are you?
What am I?
Yes.
I'm human.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Debatable.
disassociating.
Yeah, honestly.
Human. She's testing the word on her tongue. She very
Human.
clearly has never seen anything like you before. How do you taste? I wonder what your blood is like. To be
He just
consumed till all is
casually bites at his
nothing.
arm.
To have your blood spread across the land.
What do you taste like? Mild or spicy? Kind of lonely. No.
J- Jason is going to prepare a seal. And I wonder, how many seals does it take to put you away?
She smiles into a wide smile. In fact, it kind of expands till it's circling all around you in jagged edges. And she starts laughing. She said, "You think that's what I am? Oh, poor, sweet, innocent, delicious soul. You have no idea."
Well, we've only just met, so that's to be expected.
Don't try and test my patience. I'm so hungry.
Jason will step forward and attempt to place the seal onto this creature.
Second,
Yeah.
I need you to give me an athletics check.
Uh-oh.
Athletics?
This isn't good.
Does Tenson have proficiency in athletics?
Why are you asking?
Because he can assist me if he does.
He does.
Alright, I would like Tenson to assist me in my athletics check.
How would I do that?
It's what the Void was doing earlier with the perception checks.
Okay.
Alright, so now I have advantage. Boom. 18.
You got so fucking lucky. I saw
Well,
that
17.
7.
That was a noise.
As you attempt to place the seal, the teeth collapsing on each other, and she launches forward. But you manage to see her do so, and you jump out of the way, leaving the seal behind, only to watch that the seal is completely fucking shattered. And she laughs and she goes, "Oh, your toy didn't do very much, now did it?"
Going to need something stronger for this one.
She starts climbing up more, and
pulls out
Tenson's
some whiskey.
backing away, pulling VDAT back with him. It's like, how the fuck do we get out of this?
Usually.
Ursula,
Yes.
you hear tossing and turning in 2 different tents. What do you do?
Well, time to investigate what the hell these idiots are doing.
So
What kind of nightmare drugs are you guys on?
I am going to try something. I'm going to try something with the nightmare.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast a spell on it.
What spell would that be?
Spell of fuck you, that's what.
New spell. It's called. It is called new spell because it didn't save the name for the spell. I believe the spell is called Discordant Melody or Discordant Whispers because it says you whisper a discordant melody. So I think those 3 words are probably the name of the spell in some way.
Discordant Melody, and there's also Discordant Whispers. I think it's the same thing.
Could be. Let's see. Yep, I whispered.
Okay, there's Discordant Melody and Dissonant Whispers.
This one is a save for a wisdom save for 3d6 psychic damage, and then it must use its reaction if available to move as far away from you as its speed allows. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, Discordant Melody.
Discordant Melody. DC 14 Charisma save.
Okay, wait, it's Dissonant Whispers.
I'm sorry, DC 14 DC 14
I
wisdom
honestly
save.
can't D&D. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, it is Dissonant Whispers. Okay. She needs to make a DC 14.
Good night. Oh shit, nope, that was to my dad. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Oh boy.
Oh, devoid.
Oh no.
Did it work?
Not in the slightest.
Well, it takes half as much damage and it doesn't have to move away.
As you try to use this discordant melody on this creature, it does reel back in pain and it roars and it shakes its head out and it goes, "You insolent little worm! I will string your entrails all over Tarkalia's floors." Not floors. You know what I mean?
I do it again. I have more spells.
Lands was the word I was looking for.
There you go.
Sorry, what did you say to Blaine?
I can't see shit.
This time I do hideous laughter.
You do hideous
Just an
laughter.
echo of her own laugh.
Yep.
Fix itself.
Can you post that in chat for me?
Hey, my internet died for a second just now. What happened after the
There you
spell?
go.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. You want me to do another one?
She
All right.
failed. And she took half damage still.
No,
And-
she succeeded on the throw and took the half damage.
Yeah.
And
You
then got,
failed. No.
and then got really mad and started screaming at me, so I'm casting another spell on it.
Yeah,
Ah,
which
fair.
has to succeed a wisdom saving throw, which I'm about to do.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna quickly reload the website just to be safe.
On a wisdom saving throw of what? Oh, it's a 14.
14.
Oh. Well, ain't that fortunate? It's a 14.
At least you're
Well.
happy.
It doesn't find me funny.
Really doesn't.
Oh, she does. Just not to the point of where it's distracting her.
Yeah.
Look at you little morsels trying to get away from me. I'll consume your very being before I come out there and consume the rest.
Which one of them would hurt more if I slapped them across the face?
Again?
Up to you.
Alright, who wants to
Find
get hit
out.
by a fish lady? Nope. Anybody who's having the stream who wants to get hit by a fish lady?
Fuck
know
it,
what?
hit me.
I'm gonna do the one again that pissed it off before.
No, oh no.
She continues talking as you're setting up for that.
You
And
hit
then,
me.
when I'm done with all of you, I'll grab that annoying little Bentos and torture him for eternity.
She is trying really hard here to be menacing.
I know, right? It's kind of cute.
Hey, let me have this.
Fair. What should I roll to smack Jason?
Strength.
Oh no.
Let's see.
But hopefully you don't kill him.
Okay.
11.
Imagine if they hit a nat 20 with that. As long as you don't kill him, 20.
You smack him out of the 10. No.
That's why I said that.
What's up, detective?
As you're slapped, Jason, you feel it. And you see your body begin to kind of like fade in and out. And she sees this. And she goes, "You don't get to leave here until I say so."
Jason looks to her and says, I think I do. And seeing that a sharp pain is what's waking him up, he takes his dagger and stabs into his arm.
You wake up suddenly disappearing from there.
Oh, that was something.
It's one little issue.
Jason sits up in his bed and looks for Tenson or Vidat in his tent.
What the hell is this gift?
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Jason, you see Vidat and Tenson both are kind of struggling to get through, but what you also
What are you
see
looking at?
is this almost bloody like substance coming from out underneath their eyes.
All right, time to wake them up. Jason gets up and goes to slap Vidat.
Tenzin, as you're doing that,
Ursula's just
Tenzin had
watching him do this.
as you do that, Tenzin was just putting VDAT behind him as the monstrosity before them kept approaching, and she goes, "Oh God, I want to do this properly, but I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble."
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I need to give myself permission. Okay. Fuck, I can't do it.
R.I.P.
I get in trouble for being loud. I got in trouble for being loud so much, and it's like now ingrained in me that I can't be loud. Almost tempted to go outside and do it.
That's up to you.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try.
Go
It's gonna be
freeze out in the
cold, but I'm gonna
snow.
try.
We're going outside. Yay!
Yay!
I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you.
For now.
Oh God, it's cold.
Be happy there's no snow.
Or is there?
Oh, there is so much snow.
Oh,
Thankfully. Oh, it's so cold. Okay. Can you still hear me fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes, "Ah, you're not getting away from me!" Jesus.
We heard some kind of sociopathic murderer lady outside at night. She savaged somebody. You're not getting away from me. No.
Oh God, that was cold. That was so
Yeah. It's cold outside.
I believe it's called suffering for your art.
True.
That's just art.
facts.
And she launches forward. And do you slap VDAT?
I do.
VDAT.
Yeah.
I need to give me a strength check again.
Giggle what?
I need you to give me a strength
just-
check again.
Kill him automatically.
Wait, V that
Ursula or Jason.
Here,
No.
here, I'll do it.
Oh wait, me? Because I did
No.
pretty good. That's better. Then.
Ah! That's a nat 20. You slap the fuck out of VDAT and wake him the fuck up as Tenzin dodges out of the way. And he's like saying to myself, like, come on, any time now.
Jason will go to slap Tenzin.
Strength check.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Eight.
He felt it, but it wasn't strong enough. And he goes, ugh. Oh, come on!
Ursula, try this one.
Oh no.
As you're preparing to slap him again, Tenzin actually finally gets grabbed and he's dragged back and held up in the thing's claws and held over its jaws. And as he's dropped, he's woken up and he sits forward and goes, ah! You took your sweet time.
Welcome back to the land of the living. What the hell was happening?
The fucking thing Ventus talking about happened.
Yeah. The
Real.
What's
God.
up, Lieutenant? The echoing.
I don't know. It was some weird, echoey, hungry darkness that really liked to hear itself. That liked to hear itself talk.
Yeah, I was the nightmare creature. The same
Ursula
one.
nods, eyes squinting, pretending as if she understands. Okay.
The same thing that appeared when I summoned that spirit before.
Oh. Well.
It seems to have a
We're
knack
just fucked, aren't
for.
we?
Yeah, it
You
seems.
three, especially, we're about to be, apparently.
It seems to have a knack for appearing in our dreams.
Seems like you have a knack for causing problems when there shouldn't be any.
It's not exactly by choice now, is it?
She just looks at him.
I'm not going back to bed.
Well then, Tenson, you can take my watch, because I'm assuming that's what you're here, Ursula, to wake me for my shift.
No, motherfucker. Are you gonna respond to
Oh,
that,
boy.
Ursula?
I have no idea what was said. All I heard was like, hey, motherfucker.
He said, well, Tenson, you can take over my shift because that's what I assume what you came over to wake me up for, Ursula.
No.
Just change. That's not why you came over.
No, in the slightest.
Well,
Who of
either
you
way,
were
it's lucky
having
you
some
did.
kind of seizures when you were sleeping? I can only assume it had something to do with that nightmare.
It did.
What a surprise.
I don't think it was a nightmare, and I don't think it was a dream.
Yeah, clearly. If it's any indicator, she sits back down on a nearby rock. If it's any indicator, I think this journey is only going to get much harder from here. This is only the tip of the spear, it seems.
You suddenly
Ursula's-
hear a call out from behind.
Oh, well.
You suddenly hear a call out from behind you, Ursula. Ursula? It's a very sleepy Attica.
She turns around. Let it be, little one.
What happened?
Oh, there's some weird dreams.
What was
Nothing
the
to
loud
worry.
noise?
What's the noise? Oh, me just slapping someone awake.
Oh, that was just me getting my non-existent teeth rearranged.
The slap heard round the world.
I was giving somebody his medicine. He needs a little help up.
Your mic was coming out.
I may have dropped it in the process.
The things my descendants will evolve into have gotten their teeth loosened.
I'll be back. I'm gonna use
Somewhere
the bathroom
millions
real
of
quick.
millions of years in the future, their teeth are slowly but surely going away.
Oh my
That's ironic because
God.
birds actually don't have
Attica kind of slowly brings. She goes, okay, and she goes back to bed.
Rest well, little one.
Congratulations, you fucking woke up a child with your godsend of a slap to Tenson's face.
As Attica walks back in the tent, and it's all like, is everything okay? Because she wasn't sleeping. She was just like cataloging. But like when Attica got up, she's like, what happened?
What happened?
She goes, oh, bad dream, big slap, wake up. And she flopped back in her bed.
And it just, oh, okay. 5 seconds later,
just
wait a
like,
minute.
okay, what? But figures
Bad
still act.
dream.
Getting kicked.
Bad dream.
Stay
Big
in
slap. Wake up. She's very sleepy.
Knit puts her tail on the child, just like, okay, go back to sleep.
Writes for a minute. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. It's just still like,
Just a
you-
long pause.
Attica very quickly goes back to sleep. Do you go and check on the others?
in all honesty, yeah.
Yeah.
I just gently
You-
move my
you-
tail.
The second Attica is asleep, you leap upwards and go out of the tent, and then over to there, sticking your
now?
head in like, what happened?
The fuck happened here? What did I miss?
Tenson just groans loudly with the fucking. Hold on, I got
Red
Where
mark
is
on
it?
his face.
Ursula
He's
claps
got
her
he's got
hands
his
together
eyes
briefly.
covered with
Wow.
a hand, and he just goes,
I gotta plug in my head.
"Oh, that's loud, Jesus." Oh my God! Wait a minute, that is not correct.
Yeah, what is happening?
Someone
Um,
poop in my pants.
Excuse
That was-
that the brown note?
That didn't cut correctly. That's like the entire sound bite of like a collection of calls instead of just the one. I will fix that later. It was meant
Was the
just to
one
be.
at the very beginning that sounded like a sigh,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. I got that then.
Oh God, what else is like that? I will figure that out.
Oh no.
That was basilicious, though.
Oh yeah. I think this one's fine, but I have no idea.
I think this one's fine. Bass boosted even worse.
Like initially, Knit thought Attica got up to go to the washroom because she was just okay, and then back.
Okay, I'm tuning
comes
that one.
back
This
with his
this
slap,
one
so like
should be fine, but this is the other one, but it's a bellow, not a groan.
Looks fine.
I'm back.
Okay, anyway. He just gives a long groan and he goes, "You know that thing Centos freaked out about?
nods slowly.
I guess we met it."
Oh.
Yep.
Eyes honestly slightly bulge a bit. Ears go like airplane, like we should be scared, right? Basically, that's what her expression says.
No.
Speak for yourself, you didn't get nearly eaten.
It seems to be only able to attack us while we're sleeping.
I mean, I also did seem to at least hurt it or mildly inconvenience it, which I'm
Oh, you
fine with.
definitely pissed it off.
Whatever
Ursula-
this...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Whatever this thing is, it is able to be injured. It's not immortal. It is possible that we can kill it.
Ursula, as you're listening to all of this, you feel a sudden sense of dread coming from your gun before suddenly Thentos appeared and he kind of his limbs kind of go in all different directions and he goes, "You saw it! You saw it! Didn't you?"
Sorry, no.
Yes, we saw it.
Yeah, what, the weird, testy, hungry eyes?
The what?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
The weird, testy, hungry
You
eyes.
know, I don't want to know.
They were...
I-
Assuming you both saw the same thing.
Yeah, the
And you, third person.
yeah, the
She's
giant
not even
eyes.
gonna use his name.
The giant eyes were hungry, right?
From what you could tell.
Yeah.
Though it was probably more obvious that she was hungry to eat you, not necessarily. But anyway, Sentos just kind of takes a deep breath and he goes, Do you get it now?
The sounds of it, it sounds like it's a blessing, the fact that you can't remember how to talk about it. Or that you're not allowed to talk about it, or whatever.
I still remember it pretty well, though.
I digress.
I mean, it seems to me that this thing seems more like a, force that does kind of revolve around being remembered.
Oh, yeah. It also mentioned you by name, Sentos. Oh, yeah, great. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
What?
Oh,
What? You don't?
even
You
better.
says the thing that doesn't need to sleep.
No, but take a wild guess how I found out that you saw it.
Was the slap any indicator, I take it?
You're perceptive.
You slapped him?
She
Apparently
did.
not.
No, when I'm in the weapon, I don't really. It's like I'm sleeping. I don't know how to explain it, but no, I just had this. And he pauses, and he kind of makes a motion with his hands. And he puts them together, and he goes, "This pain, very sharp pain. I am dead."
Ah, but you can feel pain, so maybe you're more alive than you thought, and this is a net positive.
Yeah, net positive. Knowing something that I fought, knows my name, wants to eat me. No,
Allegedly.
doesn't want to eat you. Wants to torture you. Oh yeah, that's better.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna eat
There's
us.
enough.
It said that you were never gonna die, which is, I mean, joke's on it, I suppose.
Oh no. I don't even want to think that I'm like this because of her. I will continue thinking the deities did this and not her to keep my sanity.
Oh, hey, do you think if it finds your mortal remains, it can torture you and you'd feel it?
Do you know how to read a room?
Nit looks at Vidat like, the fuck's wrong with you?
Yes, and probably a lot of things.
Maybe you should practice. Because I don't imagine that's something that any of us needed to hear or to think about.
Yeah, there's something called common decency.
Something called fucking
maybe
thing.
maybe do a bit of research on that.
I would also like to state that besides her eyes, teeth, and those arms, the rest of her was too obscure to really understand what she was. Just want to make that clear. More of like a blob of just something.
Yeah, a big hungry darkness with eyes.
Yeah.
You know, just the
I just want to
standard
make that clear.
darkness.
But Santos just kind of rubs his face and he leans back and he's just like, okay, so she knows that we know about her. That's not good.
Not like she's been keeping herself a secret or anything.
No, and that's even worse. Like, think about it. There's no mention of her anywhere. No one knows who she is. Not even, like, you don't know who she is, points at Vita. You don't know who she is, points at Tenson. Especially Tenson, because he's the oldest one in the group. Like, there's nothing, right?
Indeed.
So, where did she find a weakness in the first place to then show up in multiple people's heads?
We don't know. But we will find out.
It might be something to do with the Constitution. Either that or the soul. Variety of things could be.
I'm sorry.
I will look into this.
I'm so sorry, Sika. I heard Constitution and D&D was not the first.
Damn.
It might be in their
America, fuck
specific
yeah.
constitution, is what she said.
We could fix this if we call upon the good old USA.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our ancestors fought to defeat abject terror and establish this nation. Or wait, was that the Declaration of
The funny
Independence?
thing is, I'm Canadian, so
No.
most of this is going over my but I get the misunderstanding.
Yes,
fully.
breathe.
That's so fucking bad.
I can't believe we're fighting the spirit of Uncle Sam.
God damn it.
This is definitely getting animated.
Yep, all this crazy shit. It's just gonna put a
Just gotta
big
stop that.
flag.
As long as we have a gif, as long as we have a gif of Ursula slapping Jason awake, I'm fine.
Oh,
my
hell yeah.
God.
Also gonna have a gif of the little dino biting him.
Nom 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 nom.
It's just
Yeah.
a lot of things going wrong with Jason. Freaking piss, I guess.
This is not Jason's session.
He's still alive, so that's something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I did not intend this to go so poorly for you.
It's D&D, you never expect anything to go right or wrong.
Least of all the DM.
Yeah.
True. So,
Anyway.
as you're all sitting there, most of you don't necessarily want to go back to sleep. Or at least Tenson doesn't, for that matter.
Oh no, I'm totally gonna go back and catch another 4-hour nap.
Do you just want to spite the thing?
Kind of curious.
I'm gonna go back to catalog and then see if I can sleep after my shift.
It
You
only,
see,
Knit
You see-
slowly pulls her head out of the tent.
it only appears once or twice per night. And there's no reason to believe that's changed yet.
Nate, you see Fento stick his head out of the tent and said, "Don't leave me here."
Well, ask the one who holds your weapon to
He
join me
then,
then.
he then yeets his head back and he goes, "Don't leave me here with them."
To Dark. Or to Ursula.
Yeah, to Ursula.
I'm sorry, what? I'm queuing. What's happening?
Fentos had stuck his head out of the tent and said to Nate, "Don't leave me here." And then she said, "Well, ask her." And then he pulls his head back in, looks at you, and goes, "Don't leave me here with them."
I don't know what you want me to do. You're the one who's bound to my gun.
AKA
Yes!
you leave.
I go where you go.
I think I'll sit here for a while. She makes to actually stand up. She's
Ursula.
no, you're trapped with me, Buckle.
Just spite the poor man. He's already dead.
Stop it. I'm not gonna leave you here like a sad sod. They've got enough trauma that lasted the entirety of your previous lifetime, and it's spilled over into this one.
He opens his mouth to say something, but then closes it, thinking about what that is.
You know, it's true, but you shouldn't say it.
I hate that you're right.
Uh-huh. He goes to sit back next to the fire again.
He goes with you, just wanting to get at least as far away from VDAT as possible.
I pull out the small
I'm
piece
sorry,
of wood that I
Nick's
was
gonna
whittling the night
gradually
before.
grow to hate VDAT.
Damn.
Continues to void. I'm not joking.
Oh no.
There's always
romantic
one.
subplot. No.
There is always one.
Always.
It was a Desh in the first campaign for a short amount of time, and then it was Reaper's character in Sega's campaign, and now it's VTAT in this one.
Well, part of it is just Nit's always trying to be the balance, but when somebody strictly tries to poke the bear, it's all like, can you stop?
Maybe we shouldn't poke the bear.
Basically.
I mean, let's be honest, the bear is well beyond poked at this point, and I'm not talking about Bentos.
I'm aware, but it's still like, do you have to make, like, it's between making our deaths agonizing to making them pure hell.
Then move her.
What's the difference? You'll
And
find out.
Exactly, and that's what Nit doesn't want to happen.
Okay. So, Vida, you try to go back to sleep.
Yep.
Jason?
Is it actually time to swap the who's keeping watch, or was I
You can
mistaken
ask.
on that?
You're not
Is it
entirely
time?
sure how long you've been asleep.
So is it
It's
time
been,
to swap?
it has
yet,
been
or-
exactly 20 minutes. No. And she just looks up at Jason. You can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna sit here for a while. As she continues to whittle the previous piece of wood that she had grasped before coming in to smack the fuck out of everyone in that tent.
Bentos is sitting next to you, watching you whittle and trying to calm down from the bullshit VTAC caused.
Yeah, I suppose I will take watch.
Poor
Nit is
Fentos.
back in her tent, gently placing her tail on Attica and going back to writing.
Blake is just fucking out. So is Jose.
Apparently Jack
They have
too.
no idea.
Apparently Jack too, yeah.
Jack heard noise like there's people that could do stuff. Sleep.
When they wake up, they gonna be surprised.
What happened to
Jason,
you?
Yep.
I won't talk about it.
There's gonna be a huge wout on Tenson's face.
Jason will step out of the tent and take a position to watch the campsite.
Alright, Vidat. You settle yourself back down, having enjoyed the chaos you caused. Or at least I assume you do. You get comfy and you begin to close your eyes. And then you slowly begin to drift off back to sleep. And you fall asleep peacefully.
Maybe.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay!
You hear me flipping pages? No, you don't.
As the night on continues, you all switch out when you're needed. With Attica whining very sleepily when it's Nit's turn. Not wanting her to go.
Don't worry, I'll go into the tent with her to keep. Even though she's asleep, but you know.
Aww. That's very sweet, Ursula. She's very appreciative of that and does go back to sleep.
Assuming that she's asleep by this point, I quietly speak to Thentos. You know, as horrible as things are, you're not alone in this part, so to speak.
He slowly looks at you, looking worried.
We're in, similar metaphorical boats. You and I.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The difference is, you waited longer to come back. Whether you wanted to wait that long or not. I came back much sooner than you did. You're witness to thousands of years after the fact. When I came back, it was only a few hours later. Everything was much more fresh and a lot more obvious, in a sense. My cell phone is going off.
I didn't know Ursula had a cell phone.
Don't worry about it.
My first
It
mate's
looks like a
texting me
seashell.
again.
The
My
eye
show.
shell.
Like a seashell.
The eye shell.
Shut the fuck up, Seka.
Had to.
Are you going to answer that? No, I'm kidding.
Suck a dick. No.
Santos is quiet for a few minutes, thinking on what you said.
At the very least, when you came back, you didn't get to watch the life leave their eyes.
Okay, damn.
No one knows. Secret backstory, except not really. So at the very least, I guess you could say you're fortunate enough to be stuck with someone of similar experience. Probably relate. Even if it's just a small.
More similar than you realize. It wasn't. It wasn't thousands of years for me. It was like going to sleep and waking up the next morning, but it's all still here. He puts a hand to his head.
I
Also
know.
fresh.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to feel like that until you can finally leave for good. You haven't been around long, but you'll notice very quickly that I don't tend to sleep a lot. Despite this new, far more important journey that we're on. I'm pretty sure my original purpose is going to end here.
End here?
Right. Yeah. One way or another. But that's only if I find what I'm looking
Well, let's hope it's worth it then.
for. Ursula just takes a breath in.
Then get on. Sounds like a you problem.
Santos watches you for a few moments, or he kind of leans against you a little. And then you realize it's solid. You feel him leaning against you. And he doesn't realize it just yet.
Oh, isn't that a kick in the teeth?
Hmm? He looks to you.
She says, "Yeah, don't worry about it. He'll find out eventually."
He kind of chuckles, but he still hasn't realized it yet, and he settles in with you.
Oh God, this was a horrible idea. There we go. I fixed it. I had to fix my font.
And 2 hours pass, and finally the sun began to rise. It was finally morning.
It has traded off and is passed out by this point.
Mm-hmm. Tenson did not fucking sleep at all. Not a fat chance in hell.
I mean, understandable with what he just went through.
Blake,
Yes,
Oh.
I'm a person.
you slowly stir, and you hear the chatter of voices.
Good morning.
Something is gonna get thrown at you, Brandy.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Your smart ass response was, "I thought you were a dinosaur."
How has something not been thrown at her yet? No offense.
She's wondering that too.
Like, I have 20 pillows on my bed. If she were in the room with me, I would have thrown one at her.
Captain,
The only thing that saves
No.
is the fact that I'm on my phone.
throw the phone. No, I'm kidding.
No, thank you. I'm already getting a crack at my phone. I don't need to aggravate it anymore.
Oh shit! You know what I just realized? I do have animals tomorrow, so probably an hour or two more for the session.
Dokely.
You begin to stir, and you hear the sounds of chatter, and you assume that the others must have just gotten up early. What do you do?
Probably go to see how everyone's doing.
All right, you slowly sit up, and you stretch. And you look, and if you look over, you still see that Attica is still out.
Knit is proper out.
With her tail over Attica.
Yeah, just poof.
I'm certainly
And
pressed to the side of the tent because there's a wall of fluff keeping me there.
I always pictured her sitting on top of the fluff because, like, Knit's breathing would kind of mimic waves. So it would be kind of comforting to Ursula.
Whatever works, because like sometimes it'll be funny, sometimes it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
Where are you staring at me, Storm? Huh? Why are you staring at me?
You make your way out of the tent gently as to not disturb them, and you see Tenson and Hosei talking, and Tenson looks exhausted.
I see someone didn't sleep.
You saying that out loud?
Yes.
He immediately glares towards you. He says, "Yeah, when you have a fucking whatever was trying to eat you, yeah, you wouldn't either."
I mean, that's fair.
And he sighs and he goes, "I'm sorry. I couldn't go back to sleep after that." You can also kind of sort of blame VDAT. Jason, are you asleep or awake, do you think?
At this point,
Mm-hmm.
Jason's probably waking up.
Alright. Hosei looks over. He says, "Apparently, Tenson got slapped so hard that he woke up the child." Saying that to Blake.
That's funny. I mean, it's not.
I'm surprised that Blake didn't hear that too.
Tenson very tightly rolls his eyes. Actually, let me do this real quick. There we go. Um, Jason, you slowly begin to wake up, and you look over. Vida, do you think you're still pretty out?
Mm, I mean, I I don't know. Is it around normal wake up time for me, or
Yeah, I would say so.
yeah? No, I'll start waking up.
Yeah, you see Vidad starting to wake up.
Mhm.
You don't see Tenson. Shocker. What do you do?
Start boiling a pot of tea in my little.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vida. I was asking Jason. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah,
Um,
but hold
since
on to that.
it's, I'm assuming this counted as a long rest.
Yes.
All right. Since this was a long rest, I'm going to re-up my spell slots, and I'm going to use Arcane Infusion again, or Infuse item again.
Okay. What are you infusing?
I want to get. Hold on, I have to pull up the list of Arcane Infusions again. Fuck, where is it? There it is. Um. Okay, so there's something I need to ask you.
Oh.
Would money-wise, could I use just 100 gold pieces in place of a gem or crystal worth at least 100 gold pieces?
I'll allow it.
All right, then I will create a homunculus servant.
All right, go ahead and add that if you haven't already. Or do I need to add it?
Here, let me give you a screenshot of what it says to do,
Oh God.
because
Step 1 of 46.
Oh my god,
copy.
this is gonna just end up really really bad with a small dinosaur, and I've seen Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh no, God.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, I'm not fucking what's his face.
We do not speak his name here. Making
Shaw
racist
Tucker.
jokes.
I am not Shaw Tucker.
We do not speak his name here. I said.
Yes,
Fuck you.
we knew it. We weren't gonna say it.
I couldn't remember his name. When I did finally remember it, I just said it.
I just don't want to think about that in general. Can we stop?
Wow, it's a good thing I never watched Full Metal Alchemist.
I think this
Dang.
is this like the first. Would this be the first use of a card in this?
Maybe.
I think probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the screenshot too, Devoid, just so you can know what we're looking at.
Okay, let's not mention Full Metal Alchemist in that sort of way because we all know what that means and we don't want to
Oh
think
no,
about
I
it.
know what that is. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. What would I add this as?
I think if we just go to Monsters SRD, it'll be in there. Yeah, there's a homunculus there. I think it has the exact same thing.
Um. Why can't I?
Can I just do this? No, I cannot.
I'm just gonna drag it over to you. I can't even. Here. Okay. I have a list.
A list?
Custom transformation, effect transformation, polymorph, appearance only, wild shape, custom settings.
Wait, what are you dragging it over to?
You.
Oh
I
god.
think you're trying to transform me into a
No, I
homunculus.
don't want a bowl of
Oh,
cheese.
no, I don't want to do that.
Just
Detroit
like
become
drag a
homunculus.
copy of it to the players tab, maybe? Try that.
I'll try. Um,
Wouldn't you just generate it like a NPC, like a familiar? Because
yeah,
when I-
here we
when-
go. I got it. I will.
Yay. Jazz figured it out.
I will just label one as constructs and then move that up there in the players section.
Okay.
Configure ownership. There you go. That should give you access to it.
Yay. My little buddy.
All right.
What should I
Okay,
name
where
him?
were we? Uh, any suggestions, anybody?
I wasn't paying attention. What?
What should I name my little homunculus buddy?
Panda.
Panda.
Yeah. I don't know why my mind immediately went to Helios. I've been studying too much Greek.
that is a good name.
Feel the power of the sun.
Lord knows we need it at the moment.
Damn, I can't believe bro. No.
You know what? I'm gonna name him Frederick.
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 Fred's
Freddy.
burger.
Name that was suggested.
Okay. Well, you got a homunculus now.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Ask him out loud. Randy just asked what a homunculus was.
It's a
Homunculus.
tiny construct.
little
Artificial life form.
Yeah. And I made it with 100 gold.
So you form the homunculus, and it soon kind of bursts to life with energy, and it like settles up. What form did it take? Is it a bird,
He's
bat?
a little skeletal bat, we'll say.
Okay, it's a very intricate steampunk skeletal looking bat, and it kind of shifts itself up and kind of shakes itself out, and it's clinging to you, wrapping its fingers around your hand.
Daddy.
Welcome to the world of the living, Frederick.
It gives a few like mechanical squeaks. VDOT. You said you were getting up and making some tea?
Yeah.
Alright, you're getting up and you begin your daily ritual of making your tea. Is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
This is
All
like
right.
a weirdly loaded question somehow.
Not really. That's a pretty typical question.
Yeah. Make some tea, have some breakfast.
Alright. Ursula.
Sorry, I'm food
You
tripped.
you slowly woken up and you found yourself engulfed by Knit's fur. What
pleasant
you
thing,
do?
though.
I immediately start pulling her hair out of my mouth.
Just play, 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 play.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at my stupid fucking snip.
You slowly sit up and you're kind of pushing Knit's fur out of the way.
Knit is not conscious at all. She's just like out because she stayed up till her shift, and then after her shift, she was like,
It's like
I'm
being
out.
caught in a spider web, except there's 20 of them all in one spot. I'm going to attempt to leave the tent in one piece. I don't know if it's going to work. Hello.
Oh my god, it's a dragon!
Hello.
Oh, wow, a dragon has appeared. Oh, wow, a
Alright,
dragon
then.
has escaped.
Wait, no.
Okay.
We just
That wasn't.
we
He
just
moved up to lobby.
we just slew a dragon. We get a shitload of experience and some treasure. Right?
Yeah, what the
I think it's
Yeah,
more like
yeah.
I think if anything,
Damn
we
it.
banished one.
Welcome back. Nothing. All right.
Yeah, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, no, we still get the treasure, right?
No, you didn't slay a dragon. So you try to make your way past Knit's fur. I need you to give me an acrobatics check roll, please.
What?
I need you to give me an acrobatics roll, please.
Oh god. Do we want this at disadvantage?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't understand why anybody but Attica would want to sleep in the same tent as Knit.
Because
I don't
she's
think I wanted
tiny.
to, but you know.
I'll be nice. Roll it normally.
Thank you.
What are these fucking rolls? You manage to make your way out of all the fur and out of the tent, but you stumble getting out of the tent as you do so. And nearly go tumbling right into Blake.
You good?
She's like covered in Knit's fur.
Guess we're gonna be on soon.
I just look in your general direction. I'm not even looking at you. You tell me.
I was gonna say I have
If it
one
look
too
like I'm okay.
that I need to get back up and running. I have like 3 going actually.
Jack.
Yes.
You're just starting to wake up. And you
Okay.
wake up to the sense of fresh tea and chatter in the distance. And you wake up and you see Vidat is making tea, and you see that Jason is holding something very tiny.
It is too early for this. What tea are you making?
A local blend. A little strong,
Enough for a
kind of
cup for me?
smoky. Yeah.
Okay. I wait for the cup of tea, and then after that, I'll get up and stretch a little bit more to wake up.
Oh wow! I can't believe we have a normal, well-adjusted adult in this campaign.
Yep. Once the tea's done, I walk you over a cup and go back to my morning.
It's like it's a little too early for this. Putting whatever you have.
Jason.
Whatever that is.
Oh, this is Frederick.
The little bat.
This is Freddy.
The little mechanical bat, skeletal bat, raises
It
its
won't
head
hurt us, right?
over Jason's bony fingers, and it watches you, and it just squeaks.
It won't hurt us, right?
It squeaks again.
Oh no, he is friendly. Unless, of course, you try to attack me.
Okay. As long as it's friendly, it's fine to stay. My phone's like, do I have a banana? It's not
You
a
good,
monkey.
homie?
That has some. Well, it can stay. Well, I wasn't asking your permission. Type 5.
Damn.
Does.
I mean, I was gonna say it if you didn't start bursting out laughing.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Like, as long as it doesn't hurt us, it's fine.
You assume
Weird.
you get a choice in it staying or not.
I'm more thinking about the child. Small, tiny creature. Curious, small, tiny creature.
The bat squeaks again.
Ursula pulling fur off of herself. Something tells me that the kid will be fine, and we have to worry about the whatever that thing is. The Frederick thing.
I was thinking you might have to worry about it with Knit, because once she sees it, she's gonna be like, fascinating! I'm constantly bombarding Jason with questions
Grabs it in
about
her
it.
big hand.
Speaking of Knit, you begin to wake up.
Is
do
Attica
you-
awake yet?
Attica's
Because I'm not moving
not
down
yet awake.
Attica. I might deflate my neck a bit, but like I'm still just curled up with Attica, eyes closed, like, I get up when child get up.
Can you give me a perception roll? Just for shits and giggles, can you give me a perception roll?
Which one of us?
Knit. All you hear is like the distant sound of like someone spitting something out and ruffling clothes. But
Yeah, and it just kind of zones out and tries to go back to sleep slightly because it's all like, yeah, I'm awake. Do I want to be awake? No. Do I want to cuddle child more? Yes.
it's about 5 minutes later when Attica finally starts to stir, and she kind of stretches before she slowly opens her eyes and she yawns. Whoa! Yawns widely. Ow, that hurt.
No.
Are you bringing child over? I mean,
She slowly sits up on her arms, having been laying on her stomach. And she looks over to Knit and she goes, eh.
Slowly turns head, opens eyes. Yes, dear.
Hi.
Hi to you too. Breakfast?
Breakfast.
Knit
Breakfast.
nods, deflates her neck, grabs her monochrome and pipe, and holds out her hand for the child to take so they can go leave the tent.
Attica very slowly gets up and she takes your hand, rubbing her eyes. She yawns widely again.
We head out for breakfast.
As you all gather round, having, I'm gonna say that like the tent is just open for Vidat and them because you were talking to each other, but you all gather around and Attica looks attention and she goes, "Ooh, yeah, really left a mark, huh? And he kind of scoffs out a laugh and he goes, "Yep."
Ugh.
And he goes,
There we go.
"So, now that everyone's awake, do we want to talk about last night?"
I mean, you're the ones who went through it, so it's up to you if you want to share.
Something
All the rest
happened
of you
last
need
night?
to know. Amazed you didn't hear it.
I was
But
tired.
yes.
Ursula begins to grip the neck of a nearby bottle like she's about to bash it over his head.
What, Tenson or Jack?
Yes.
Yes.
Wrong answer. Be that.
Wrong answer. Glass him.
Chat, steal his bottles. Anyway.
Mods, shoot him. It's me. I'm Mods.
Alright, anyway. You all kind of settle down, and Tenson sighs as he speaks up and he goes, Vidat, myself, and Jason all found ourselves in the same dream with the damn thing that possessed Jason's spirit earlier yesterday. It was not fun. And the only way that we were able to get out of it was by being slapped.
Ursula just lifts her cup. Mm-hmm.
She has
No,
quite
it should
a
be
good,
your
That explains
welcome.
why your face is half red.
she has quite a
Lifts her
slap,
cup.
I must
Mm-hmm.
say.
You're welcome.
I apologize if I end up lagging throughout the day. I did not go back to sleep because I didn't want to risk running into that again because I highly doubted it was a dream in the first.
Indifferent.
We
There we
should
go.
all eat breakfast and then get ready to continue on our way to Shattered Frill. Attica just nods and she looks knit and she said, See, told you. Bad dreams, slap, wake up.
Nit nodded. I want to confirm after you fell back asleep. But yeah. Do you want a cold cloth for that, Tenson?
That sounds lovely, Nit.
Isn't he already cold-blooded? Is that going to do anything?
Dinosaurs are not cold-blooded.
Nit proceeds to take her water bottle and wet
Funny.
a cloth for him. Shakes it out a bit to make sure it gets cool. Like the whole fever cloth thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hands it to him.
Thank you, he said before placing it over the red mark on his face. Yeah, he probably definitely has a headache. Thanks, Ursula. But he'd rather have the headache than end up in whatever the fuck that
Yeah,
was.
I was gonna say. Well, next time I'll let you not. Well, next time I'll spare you the headache.
Thentos appeared from out behind Ursula. And he says, Good morning. Or, well, morning for some of you. I know that it's not necessarily good for some of you. And Tenzin just
Everybody just
glares at
looks
him,
at him.
and he kind of goes, and he steps behind Ursula again, peeking out from around her.
This guy's like twice my size.
He's a very gentle being, okay?
We don't have any reference image for him either, do we?
I'm working on it.
I was
All
wondering
you-
why we don't have it.
all you really have to know is that he's really skinny, but also really tall.
Sorry for dogs.
Ah, beanpole.
And he's a druid, so
Nah. Oh, legitimate beanpole.
so he's just kind of like, so breakfast shattered from, right?
Sounds
It's already
bad.
munching on an egg.
Are you just eating a raw egg?
Yeah, you get used to it.
Knit nods.
Cracks it open with her teeth and just slurps out the inside.
That's
She has
not
like
uncommon.
these buck teeth in a way. So it's like
That's
she just takes off the top and is slowly laughing out of the egg.
Are you part Overraptor or something?
Pretty sure we've been over this, but yes, I guess so.
Even though
You
we're
might
with
have been
us,
over it
not...
with the rest of us, yeah.
No, I don't think he's seen you eat one. We did just get him like
By all the
a
mercies,
night ago.
By all the mercies. Be happy he hasn't seen it. At least until now.
I mean, it's not really that uncommon here. I mean, we have Overraptors.
Oh, it gets worse.
We also
As you
have
interrupt him. Oh, it gets worse.
What you mean, like
the silence
snakes?
that follows. You'll find out.
I'm not entirely sure what that entails.
It doesn't waste the shell either, by the way.
Yeah, no, he sees that.
He actually munches on the shell like it's a fucking cracker.
Yeah.
It's different every time.
It's like watching a chicken.
It kind of just tilts her head like, okay, whatever. Attribute me to whatever. I'm just having a meal. You can take whatever the
As you
meal.
as you all settle in for breakfast, I think that's where we'll end the session.
Very nice.
That definitely could have gone better on my end.
Seems like a normal D&D session.
Yeah.
Yeah.